Peace. We live.
We live, man.
This is the Real Raw Thoughts Podcast. I'm one of the hosts, Migs, aka Moral Migs, aka Moral Media Productions. To my left.
True Definition.
To my right.
Peace. It's Gus Swoosh, aka Max Days.
How you guys feeling tonight, man?
Truth, how you feeling, man?
I was happy about the weather yesterday, and I was like freezing, so
the weather's been bipolar and all that, but yeah. Overall, I'm feeling alright. How are you feeling, though, sir?
For good old time's sakes, many news. We got many news.
That's how I'm feeling. Hey, you taking this guy's lines now?
I know. I'm slacking.
Yeah, man. You know,
so I gotta
keep it alive.
Yeah, I should have been say that. So I don't know.
That's your slogan, man.
I'm
gonna make a shirt that says "Many News" with your face on it.
Coming soon, man. Coming soon.
Link in the bio.
Truth merch.
But yeah, man, this is the Real Raw Thoughts Podcast, and this is the last episode of the year.
The grand finale
to cap off season 1.
Word. Let's get it.
Well, yeah, you know, there's been a lot of shit going on this year, and we're in the last month of the year. So, how do you guys feel about that? Or like in general, like being, I think this year kind of went fast, but and slow at the same time. I don't know. Right. Like it's been a lot of weird times that we've been going through. Like I feel like we skipped from March to December.
Yep, it was January, February, March, December.
Right? January, February, March, December.
That's it.
That's crazy.
That's all it was.
All this stuff that's going on is throwing up everybody. So it be a bad year. I shouldn't not say bad year. It's just been a fast year because we haven't been able to do what we want. Not as much as we want. So
yeah, we've been more like contained in our house.
You got the right word, yeah. We're being too contained.
Contained.
Yeah. I mean, you know, we tried to do the most that we could though, right?
Yeah, we work with what we got. You know how we always do. We pulling through. But yeah, let's start off the podcast. I don't know where y'all want to start, but I don't know if you want to start on some political shit or just give to something different, but
politics.
We always start with politics for some reason.
I mean, I don't have an issue with politics because we're not too biased and we try to...
The only thing I really want to say about that is, like, you know, everybody's talking about the stimulus checks and stuff like that, and people still talking about the vaccine, and I don't know if y'all want to dive in that, but... I mean,
I don't have no issue, so like I'm saying...
Well, let's start off with, like, the stimulus checks. Like, they try to, like, sign a new stimulus checks for, like, $600, and then Trump stopped it. He said, "Yo, that's not enough for my people, B. I think they need like 2 racks."
I agree with him. Actually, I agree when he said they actually need more like 3 or 4.
Yeah, but I think 2 would be enough. You feel me?
2 is more than enough.
I just think he had enough time to do that during the 6 months. They were doing all that stuff.
They should have been did it.
He's trying to go out with a bang. You think?
No. He just want to look good like always. I mean,
the last thing he do before leaving.
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, I don't have problem with Trump supporter. I mean, that's your man. That's your man. Yeah, I mean, I really don't have no issue, but he got the power to sign the bill and to do a executive order and do the 2,000. So I'm not even gonna pay mine to what he said.
I think he was just a little bit upset because of the other stuff. Like they signed, it was supposed to be like 900 million. I think it was something like that they was gonna approve for. And if you do the calculations of out of all the people that live in America and the let's say the $600, that was less than 900 million. So that he was like, where is all the other money going to? And when he did the breakdown, he's saying that we're paying a lot of different countries and a lot of
we are. I mean, we are.
Which America always does, but he's breaking it down like this amount was going here. This amount was going here. This is where your taxes is going.
Sure, we pay more than 900 million to other countries.
That's
I don't know why. I mean,
so that's one of his points that he's like, why are we giving so much money to these people? Like, and Americans is only getting $600, which I kind of agree. But
yes,
to a certain extent, you know?
like I'm saying, I mean, all that stuff he could talk about it, and he wait for the last minute because he just want a good girl. I mean, of course, I want $2 or $4 grand. If I could get $4 grand, hell, give it.
Yeah, it depends on the household. I think if you have
and
more than one.
And the bill is mad complicated.
Yeah.
That's why it
it's
took so long.
Stuff that's
I mean,
in the bill too.
It's like 5,000 pages. People don't know. That's why it took so long.
And you know,
everybody needs to agree.
Even people in Congress probably don't even read the whole thing because they just skimming through it. You know?
No, they got people. Actually, people in Congress, they got people in the office to read through the page because there's no way you could read 5,000 pages.
Yeah. Of just pages of
stuff.
You know,
of like freaking
like money for the school, how
whatever the hell else.
Money for the vaccine,
retain that.
Money for the business. They also got a part that said if you work for a company and they make you work and you get corona, you cannot sue the company. That's part of the bill too.
Yeah.
I mean, they got mad freaking things. So
mad clauses
to add the $2 is gonna be more complicated. It's gonna take another week or two
for them to actually read through it and see what's the different changes is going on and all that.
Listen, man, I got another week or two to spare.
I just feel like
I thought we were gonna get it like before Christmas though, but it looks like it's gonna be like
he could have done both.
First week of January.
That's the only thing I could say. He could have done both. So it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Hey, yo, send that 2K, man.
So it's been a lot of talk about that, so I just wanted to.
I mean, hopefully they'll send the 2K. They could do a separate bill, but that's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
I've been following politics for too long, bro. I just don't talk about it.
Yeah, but, it's a lot of Politricks going on, but
yeah, it's complicated. People don't know how it is. Too complicated.
Like I put on words. But yeah, man, I don't know if you want to talk a little bit more about that, but we can move on if y'all want. We always talk about that a lot about politics.
You let me know. I mean,
the only thing that I was talking about is like the vaccine, but we mentioned it a little bit in the last podcast. So I don't know if we want to go too deep on that. You know, but
I think we're gonna have enough time. I think we're gonna have enough time to think about it because they're only doing it for the people,
for the essential workers, I guess.
Yeah, so it's better for us, I think, because I wanna see what the reaction, and they're being real with the reaction. They actually
that reaction.
That. Most of the people that get reaction on the regular flu shot, they're gonna have the similar reaction. They already say it.
And we gotta read the inserts. We gotta read the shit that they put out too. Like,
no, but they're not giving it. They're not giving.
Take that shit.
They're not giving vaccine to everybody. Yeah. They already know which people cannot take it. So if they keep it real like that, let's see what happens. Keep it real, if they keep it real like this,
don't just force it on people. A mandate.
No, I don't think it's gonna be a mandate. I mean, from what I know, I don't think it's gonna be. But let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens.
It might be a mandate for the essential worker, but I don't know either. So
I'm hearing that they want to give it to like the elder people first, like the people that have the
I wonder
pre-existing conditions and stuff like that. Like I said in the beginning, when this whole shit started, I know there's a lot of agendas that being pushed. So
I would not give it to no elderly.
I wouldn't either, but I wouldn't give it to nobody. But it is what it is.
I mean, I don't even think I should take the flu shot. So
yeah,
I'm not too hesitant with all that stuff. But I also listen to what's going on.
You also gotta be cautious before you do anything like that. It's drastic.
Oh yeah.
You
know.
But
yeah, we can move on from that if you want.
Yeah, hopefully I think you say too much.
Well, since the last time we've been on a podcast, when we had Bro God over here and Jordan, we spoke about peace to the gods. We spoke about the Tyson versus Jones fight, and that it was about to happen. So it happened, and a lot of things happened in the fight that we weren't expecting. Like for instance, before the Mike Tyson versus Jones fight, Jake Paul versus Nate Robinson.
Oh man,
that was an upset.
Oh man,
I don't think it was. I'm sorry.
I mean, to be honest, I didn't think that it would be that bad.
The way Nate Robinson was boxing horrible.
That was the upsetting part.
I saw the first round.
That was the upset.
Yeah, that was the upset that people didn't expect it to be that bad.
Like Robinson. We know that he's not a boxer, but damn, to get knocked out like that.
I have a feeling Jake Paul was gonna win because people forget he boxing for 3 years. He already had one professional fight, so I'm pretty sure it was some amateur, of course, but I don't know. That was
I didn't expect that shit at all.
You know, Nate Robinson to fire his trainer because they did horrible. They think he
could have trained a little bit more than that.
He didn't
And he
even
had a lot of
cover
time to
himself.
train. They had extra time to train.
No, they did horrible because he didn't even do any type of defense.
Yeah, it was all offense.
He was just
I was watching it live when it was happening, me and Dolo, and I was telling Dolo, like, yo, in this moment, he done fucked up because he got emotional at one point. I don't know if y'all saw it.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
He
I
got
see
upset
the
because he got hit in the back of his head almost.
Yep.
And he was looking at the ref like, yo, you're not gonna stop?
Yep.
You're not gonna say nothing about this?
And that's where he fucked up.
And he fucked up. He got emotional. He's like, oh, word, you're not gonna say nothing about it? And then he just started rushing him. Like, this is not football. This is not basketball. You know what I'm saying? You can't just rush towards somebody like that in boxing. He didn't even have his hands up or nothing like to guard himself.
He
You know
defended
what I'm saying?
himself. That's what I'm saying.
So he's
The
running
way-
straight towards him in a fast motion. You know, it's fast too. So, and then this guy is actually swinging and shit and is connecting. So you're gonna get knocked out. Anybody can get knocked out like that. Anybody, bro. Anybody. So for it to be him though, I was like, whoa.
That was.
I felt bad about it.
No, it sucked. It sucked, bro.
Because it was bad the way that shit looked.
Should have been a little better, but hey.
And then the community's making fun of him left and right after that. He was a meme after that.
Yeah, he was definitely a meme.
Yo, I never seen some shit like that.
He was a meme within seconds.
They even put him into a fucking NBA logo with the shit like he's laying on the floor.
Yeah, it's gonna be up
I
here.
was like, whoa. The memes, the meme people are crazy nowadays.
He was a meme within
But
seconds.
people
Within
forget.
seconds.
Like I
As soon
told
as
you,
he was on the
Jay
floor, they
boxing
created
already.
memes. Right away.
Jay was already boxing. So
Oh my god.
I don't know. Nate Robinson
Yo.
trained to suck.
Yeah, if he even trained, because like
I don't
damn,
think he
bro,
trained. It didn't look
That
like he
shit look
trained.
bad. I'm not gonna lie to you.
They did a horrible
It
job.
looked bad. A few other people fought that night too, but it wasn't that bad, dude. I like the fight before them.
Oh yeah, it was actually pretty good.
I'm
He
not
actually
sure
looked
if
like
it
a
was-
boxing. I mean, the
They
one,
look like, yeah.
the one that was professional is actually the Tyson, the Jones.
Mm.
That's the most professional. I mean, they're all professional boxers too, bro.
Nah, the other fight was good too.
The other
No,
one
the-
before-
that one was good,
with
too.
Before the Jake
with
Paul
the
one.
military guy and the guy from the UK.
Yeah, that was pretty good
English
too.
boxer.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was good.
It was pretty good.
What, the Mike Tyson fight? I loved it.
People have
There's
mixed,
a lot of
mixed
people have
emotions
mixed
about it.
emotions
No, I
about it, but I
actually
loved
like
it for
it.
what it's worth.
For what it was, yeah,
You
it was
expect-
great.
Like a lot of people was expecting Roy Jones to be out there.
They was expecting a
dancing,
knockout, that's
and
what
they
it
was
was.
expecting Mike Tyson to be out there swinging like a fucking animal all over the place, and
I
then they
got
was
a friend
expecting
of
one of them to
mine-
go down. Like no,
So people thought it was bad. I don't think it was. Come on, people gotta remember they in their 50s. So a lot of
facts.
boxers retired in the
Thank you.
30s.
This is the thing, bro. What were they fighting for? Were they fighting for gold? Were they fighting for championship? Yeah, they was fighting for a little bit of money in comparisons to what they used to
Yeah.
make years ago.
Yeah,
a
but
little
they,
bit of money.
They
But
did it
look,
for donation.
and they was giving it for charity.
And the
yeah.
whole point is they both up there in age. Roy Jones Jr., every time he wants to
Yeah.
fight, he has to ask his family for permission because he's at an age where they won't want him to fight no more. Mike Tyson is
Yeah,
at an
he's
age
51.
where after in the post interview he was saying, why the fuck they scared for him? Why nobody scared
Yeah, why
about
nobody talk about
nobody's-
me?
Why nobody is you know
Scared for me, he
scared
said.
for me. Why nobody is worried about me?
Facts.
You know what I'm
He's
saying?
Mike Tyson.
Because he's old and he knows it. Any little thing could take him out. You know what I'm saying? At
Anybody
that
could
age.
get knocked out.
So they put up a good fight for what it was worth.
Word.
They hit each other with good blows, and
I
you know,
think it was a
And
good
it,
match.
it ended up being a draw.
I don't agree with that, but it was a good match.
Who you think won then?
Who you think it was leaning for?
Mostly Mike Tyson. He surprised me with the stamina. To be honest, I thought in the last round, Jones was a little too tired.
And Jones is professional though, because the way he was boxing him and he was like moving around and grabbing him at the right moments, making him tired.
He did
You know,
really. I mean,
He did a phenomenal job.
at the end of the day, it was
and
a
he
good
did,
match.
he landed a couple good punches
yeah,
too.
of course.
It was.
Roy Jones was just more fatigued overall. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
I'll
That's
say.
all it was. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was kind of surprised at that. That's the only thing kind of surprised me. I thought it would be the other way around.
I actually thought they were both gonna be tired as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
and
doubt.
they looked like they were at the end.
Mike Tyson looked like
You know they cut a minute of the match too per round.
yeah.
It was like shorter and it was like 8
It was
rounds.
a
I think
shorter
it was.
round than the rest of the match. I mean, it makes sense.
It's
like
an
I told you.
exhibition. It's not a main. You know.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, exhibition.
Keep it.
No, but it was
8-round exhibition.
For what it was, I think it was a great match. I actually
And it was
liked it.
pay-per-view, so I know they made a lot of money off of that. You know?
Yep.
Yeah, but all the
Even
money
though
is
it was
going to
charity,
charity. Yeah.
Charity.
But regardless, it was a good look.
Hell yeah.
So I'm pretty sure they're gonna do it again with different boxers.
Of course. No, I mean, they're going to do it with a lot of different things. Remember, it's the Legends Only League. Mike Tyson Legends Only League. He wants to
Yeah.
do all sports. Kind of like the big three.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he wants to do it better than that. And, you know.
Yeah, he's gonna keep it on his league.
So Mix, why you talk about the match? So you think you like it that much? Or?
No, I liked it. It was great. I don't know if it would have been a draw. I don't know who I was leaning towards more. Maybe Jones because of the way he was moving around. But
I thought it was pretty even, but I lean more.
I ain't mad at that draw.
I like the
I don't mind the draw either. I lean more to Tyson, like I told you, and you might lean more to Jones, but it was a good match.
Draw. So it's all good.
It's all good.
No, I thought it was a great match, even though some people say it was horrible.
It wasn't horrible. Come on,
I know. Somebody told me that.
You just expecting a knockout. That's all it was.
No, somebody told me that it's not even going to bother watching playing for the next one. I'm pretty sure he saw it for free.
Yeah, right. That's some BS.
I know it is.
Bullshit alert.
All right, let's move on from that now.
But did you hear afterwards that now his brother wanted to fight Mayweather?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
He's gonna get his ass whooped.
That's not good.
It's approved too, I think.
His brother's gonna fight Mayweather, and he's been picking fights with
Conor McGregor
and
who else
Dylan
too?
Dennis.
Oh, you talk about the whole
Dylan
game.
Dennis is not to be fucked with. I'm sorry. People who know the UFC, bro, that boy is a killer. He's wilding for going after.
You talk about Logan Paul and Mayweather.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's already approved and everything.
That's crazy.
I think it's gonna be like in February.
Logan Paul is a
like
way taller, bigger person, but no, that's no way he's gonna be Mayweather.
Is he that good? I mean, I don't think I've ever seen him box.
I mean,
he got one loss already to another YouTube. I forgot his name. Yeah.
KSI.
A lot of people.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
About luck, but
he want to fight. He want to fight Jake. He was saying. I saw his YouTube. He said he want to get Jake. He don't say mind Logan no more soon. That would be a good match. KSI was. I don't think he was that bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's not bad. He cool.
Well, he threw some wild punches, but he was okay.
Yeah,
he could probably beat this guy.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he beat him.
Okay.
So, want to move up to the next, I guess?
Like just to keep it in boxing, did you see the Earl Spence Jr. versus Danny Garcia? That was a great fight.
That was a great fight too.
Wow, man. Earl Spence came like he never stopped, and he came back from like an accident or something like that too.
So
that's great. He performed. I ain't gonna lie.
A lot of people thought Danny Garcia was gonna win that too.
I kind of thought that he was gonna win.
Earl Spence came
but
through.
Yeah,
kept the
Spence
belts.
was wilding. I ain't gonna lie.
He didn't lose the belts.
Yep.
He didn't drop those.
Shout out to him.
Nice.
Aside from that, I don't know if you want to talk about a little sports before we move on from boxing.
Which one?
Like well, I know that the NBA came back
today, actually.
Christmas Day.
Christmas.
There's always good games on Christmas.
No, actually, it came back actually on the 22nd. I'm lying.
Yeah, it did come back like a week.
Tuesday, the 22nd.
Yeah, but Christmas week.
But
today was a good.
Yeah, it's been pretty much like a lot
games.
of first games, between yesterday and today and shit.
The last couple days.
Between Thursday, between Tuesday and today, it's been a lot of first games for a lot of teams.
Yeah, I saw the Nets play the other day. With Kyrie and Nash as a coach, and what's his dude name?
Kevin Durant,
Kyrie, and a couple other people. No, that's like the first time they actually played together. Because he was injured last year.
But yeah, besides the preseason, but like a regular season.
Yeah, preseason. Yeah, so that was a good look to see them play.
This year's gonna be interesting in the NBA.
A lot of different trades and shit, right?
Yeah, I mean,
a lot of new people.
I don't know. I kind of like this season. I think it's gonna be a new team in the playoffs. So let's see what happens.
It's gonna be a different type of season.
Yeah, it's gonna be a mix of the teams that were there last year plus a few
new ones.
The ones that weren't. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's gonna be an interesting year. Or next year, I guess.
Well, this and next year because it's 2020, 2021
season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, they only play 2 weeks in this season, this year. So, but either way.
It's only 2 weeks.
Yeah, okay, let's go with 2021.
They played a little tournament.
Yeah, but it's going to be good next year.
Yeah,
let's see what's going to happen.
Looking forward to that.
It's going to be different.
Facts.
But all right, let's move on to something a little different. How about I don't know if you've seen that there's been a lot of new series and documentaries that have been coming out that are pretty dope that I wanted to mention last podcast, but now a lot more came out. Well, like For Life came back. I know you watched For Life.
Oof.
Yeah, 50 Cent has been going crazy with the series and shit and the shows. That show is actually great.
I mean, that's the best thing he's doing right now, like, producing all these shows. I mean,
Yeah.
he's making a killing on that song.
Yeah, they got me hooked on For Life. I ain't gonna lie. For Life is fire.
Me too.
Shout out to all the actors on that.
Nice, nice.
And Power came back. Power Ghost with
Well, that's like a new.
It's a spinoff of the Power.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, now it's the son, Tyreek. That's the main character.
Wow.
One of the main characters.
I mean, that's good when they start doing spinoff. Then 50's making
they
that money.
doing like 3 spinoffs. They doing. Remember I spoke about a couple months ago.
Yeah.
That they was gonna do that one. They're gonna do after this. They're gonna do the one with Tommy.
Guy.
Spinoff with Tommy that he's in LA, and they're gonna do another spinoff with Kanan, which is the original story of how this shit started. You know, so he's milking that shit. I ain't gonna lie.
See that money, money.
But the way that show is, you have to do spin-offs, bro.
Yeah.
You kind of like want to know more about the other characters.
Each character,
you know,
yeah.
the origins and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's that type of show.
Facts.
So, you know,
They could do it.
I ain't even mad at it.
No. See, one of the reasons I will watch because I know I will get hooked. So
Nah, it's great. Like
no,
I said,
I believe
this
you.
season, remember I told you that it was introducing new characters like Method Man. He's playing a lawyer. It's Mary J. Blige. She's playing like one of the.
See, I saw that.
So,
Yeah.
There's a lot of good characters that's being introduced. You know, so it's getting good, man. I don't know if you've been watching, but tune in if you haven't watched.
I try not to. Like I said, I will watch
You
because I
get
want to get stuck into it.
But yeah, that shit got me hooked. So For Life, Power got me hooked. Other than those two, Selena came out on Netflix, the series. A lot of people used to watch the movie with J-Lo. They came out with a Netflix series now.
I mean, I don't know. Let me see. I don't even know what you thought. I heard story that is not that great. I heard story that is good. I hear man mixed reviews, so I actually want to see it because I never listen to the people that get bad review or good review because sometimes people hate yes you hate.
That's a fact.
So
I saw it. I actually liked it.
Okay, so definitely, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna try to.
My opinion is that it's great. It's a little different because it's a series. It's not gonna be all packed in like in a movie, you know. So they're gonna stretch it. Yeah. But from what I saw, it was great. The characters that they play in the her family and her is great. I ain't gonna lie, they did a great job. Everybody.
See, that's why you cannot listen to people that be hating. I mean, it's true.
Just haters, you know.
Let's people get just hate to hate.
Maybe they don't like the actress or whatever the case may be.
Oh yeah, they were complaining about the actress too.
Yeah, that, and then there are some people who are just bad judges of shit like that. So you know, they just have bad taste, I guess.
That's what I'm saying.
Or you comparing it to like I said, it's comparing it to the movie because you already saw the movie. You saw J-Lo playing her, so it's gonna be different perspectives.
That's not even fair. The movie was a long time ago.
Exactly. It's like I was telling Mitch earlier that, you know, like they need to stop comparing it to the movie and, you know, to J-Lo, and they need to compare it to the original Selena.
So what is her life story? Yeah.
It's like I almost feel, it's like if people almost forgot about Selena, the real person, and they just remember J-Lo in the movie.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because to be honest, there might be some kids who seen the movie and know J-Lo.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And they don't know who the real Selena is, how she actually looks.
And how legendary she was.
Yeah.
Word. But yeah, I liked it so far, so yeah. Everything, it was good to me. Like I said, when you get a chance, watch it.
I couldn't make sure I watched this movie. I couldn't make sure. So, not movie, what the hell I'm saying? Series,
it's a series on Netflix.
But yeah, like I said before, I never listen to bad people be hating. It's always gonna be some type of hater.
But yeah, it's been a couple other shit that came out recently. Like they had the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reunion on HBO, I think it was. So yeah, that was great. I don't know if you guys saw that.
That was different. I haven't seen that one.
No, I got HBO Max, but I haven't had the time to see it either.
That shit been great. That was great too. I don't think it's like a series or anything. It was just one show.
Yeah, it was just like a reunion.
Just a reunion show. So and they showed like how they started and how it ended and all the characters.
They actually got everybody, both mom.
Everybody, both on Vivs.
Yeah.
The light skin
and the dark skin John. Yeah, that shit it was pretty good though.
Let me ask you a question. What you thought about the Will Smith and the dark as
they spoke about that too. That's the good part about it.
Do you think it was real?
The what?
Like they had like a little issue.
They had an issue.
Ooh, the dark skin Viv and
Will
Will.
Smith. Yeah, because
that's why she got so-called kicked off the show.
Yeah, because you didn't finish that question. Migs already knew what you was asking him before you finished the question. So I'm over here like, wait a minute, what are y'all talking about?
Yeah,
How can y'all be talking in front of my face and I don't even know what you're talking about?
You think let me finish though?
Yeah, because I already knew.
He already knew. That's why. And you kept going, so you should have been like, hold on, let me finish the question.
My bad
for jumping
My
to
bad.
conclusions.
Yo.
But I read your mind. But
No.
yeah, they had like a little conflict. Yeah.
No,
And they
because
spoke
you know
about
she
it.
got history. History people. I don't know. Like Alfonso Rivera said, she kind of like.
They try to say that she was
aggressive.
like difficult to
Difficult,
work
yeah.
with.
I'm trying to say the right word.
You
She
know?
was a little bit difficult.
But I just think that it was like the timing because how the whole shit happened. Like I think she said that she was pregnant. So,
Yeah, she was going through some personal stuff too.
you know, a lot of personal things that she went through in her personal life, like with her family, like her husband. She went through like an abusive relationship and all types of stuff. So going through that, being pregnant, and being called difficult, you know, by a young actor, that could be perceived, you know, like if you want to get her out the way, you know.
I think she seemed like
double-edged sword.
That's the thing.
You think she actually was difficult at that
The
time?
thing is, when James Embry died, Uncle Phil, everybody went to the funeral, and she was the only one who didn't went there. That was kind of weird.
Because she probably didn't want to see all the other people, you know. But it is what it is. I know she felt bad about it.
She sure had, because like James Embry, you could tell he got along with everybody. So
Yeah.
he seemed like a
And
good
they
dude.
had a moment about that too. Like they showed a clip of all his scenes and everything that the behind the scenes and everything and how he affected them as actors. It was deep. I ain't gonna lie, I liked it. Yeah, I should watch it. If
Oh
you
no, I'm
haven't.
definitely gonna watch it. I got like a list of stuff I need to watch.
For sure. That's one of the things you should watch. And they also came back with a Saved by the Bell series. I didn't really get the chance to see that
You
one, but I
can't
heard it's
see
okay.
it. You cannot see it because you gotta
It's
pay
on a
for it.
different. It's on some.
It's on the Peacock channel.
Yeah, Peacock channel.
You go watch it.
It's the Peacock.
You can probably watch it online.
Peacock is free.
It's free, but they got show special. It's a CBS asset.
Right.
Some of the show you gotta pay for it.
Correct. But did you at least watch the first episode, which is free?
I did not know. I did not know.
So you didn't look much into Peacock like I did. I'll put you on.
No.
Talk about
It's true though. It's true what you're
Because
saying.
not only Peacock, but if
You
you
probably gonna have
started,
to, yeah.
and you can even watch
after a
it.
while.
Yeah, it's a TV. So it's like a TV subscription where they got a lot of free a lot of free shows and shit like that. And you could just enjoy the show, the free shows if you want.
Now,
but, you know,
now
for, like,
because
to watch the whole season.
no, when it first started, I don't know what you mean, but yeah,
Okay.
but like you know, some shows they'll give you like a preview, like the ones that you got to pay for, they'll give you like
Yeah.
a preview, like first episode, and then you got
Got
to
you.
subscribe or something.
After that, you gotta pay a certain fee.
But there's some, you know, that you can watch with ads. I don't mind ads.
Okay, yeah. I know they have stuff like that.
oh yeah, Hulu's like that. Man.
Yeah, Hulu's like
Word.
that.
Yeah, but people pay for cable, and you get ads on cable that you're paying for.
Word.
So
At the same
ads,
time.
ads have always been
like
around.
a commercial,
Yeah, it's a commercial.
pretty much.
You know what?
I'm good
Bad.
with
Talk about streaming a commercial. The WWE app. It got commercial. You pay for it.
Which one?
Listen,
The app WWE, the wrestling.
Oh, you gotta pay for it. It's just like the other streaming service, like you know, like
You pay for it and
wait,
you
what's the
watch
other one?
stream,
Disney Plus.
commercial sometimes.
Same
but I
shit.
mean, from what I remember, like I've canceled the WWE
Yeah.
app a while ago. But the last thing I remember, the last commercials they were giving was just WWE commercials.
No, it's WWE commercial. Yeah.
themselves. Okay, yeah, you know, I'm not mad at that.
No,
Hell yeah.
No, I think they will give it actually commercial.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, they need some
Yeah.
revenue.
Yeah. So that sucked though.
I ain't mad at that either.
not that bad. Couple seconds of a commercial and it ain't gonna hurt nobody.
Word.
And WWE is not cheap. I mean, it's not. I mean,
It's just
not,
like all the other ones. Like you know, Netflix is not cheap. How you call it? Hulu. I don't know how much is Hulu, but
it depends. No, it depends, on
Depends on the
the.
subscription.
Yeah.
but Disney Plus and that's why they do bundles.
Disney
Disney
single
Plus is the
person.
best one.
That's why they do bundles. Like I think Disney Plus, ESPN, and a
I
couple
don't
other
know,
things
man.
together.
Disney Plus is only like $8 a year.
I don't know
that's
about that
perfect.
being the best one, man. I think YouTube's the best one. You feel me? You just gotta watch the episode before YouTube takes it down. Am I right or am I wrong?
Before the copyright strikes come in.
Before the copyright infringements and all that come in, you good. You just gotta check YouTube. You feel me? As soon as the episode come out. I mean, you know, the most you gonna see is just the camera shaking and shit. That's about it. You feel me? It beats freaking people walking across the TV, walking across the movie theaters like back in the day.
Back in the day, bootlegs.
You young kids don't know nothing about no bootlegs.
At all. See the person get up in the middle of the scene.
$5 VHS tapes. Y'all don't know nothing about that. $5 DVDs.
DVD. They don't even know about VHS.
They don't know about that.
Word.
Or they better know about Blu-rays. Imagine about DVD.
But yeah, Blu-ray and
Well, no,
DVDs.
man, you never don't know what. I think you know DVD.
Yeah, it's all digital
no
now.
clue.
It's all, hey, you have it on an SD card?
Can you stream it?
You have it on that flash drive?
On the flash drive?
Is it on the internal memory?
Sheesh.
You know what I'm saying?
Everything is streaming nowadays.
Everything is streaming, man. But speaking of streaming, a new movie's coming out on Amazon Prime.
Another streaming service.
Coming to America 2.
Coming
to America. Shout out to 22. I got the Coming to America fitted on.
Okay, I see that. Styling it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Styling it with the similarly colored royal blue shirt.
Okay.
But they show commercial. I mean, I seen picture, but they haven't
Yeah,
show
I actually
video.
got a commercial. Let me see if I can play it real quick.
I showed you some pictures.
Yeah, I seen the picture. That's
sweet.
it.
Give me a second.
So it's gonna be all original cast. That's most original cast. So that's good.
Yeah, a lot of original cast. Eddie Murphy. They have a lot of people that couldn't be there, but
Oh yeah, Eddie Murphy brother.
because he passed
That
away
sucks.
and all that.
Yeah, man, that's what I was gonna say. I know he would have had him on there.
Charlie
bro.
Murphy, right?
No, of course he would have. Of course.
Yeah, man.
But Serio's gonna be here.
Arsenio's gonna be here. You know, he has to be in it.
Yeah, of course. I wonder how it's gonna be the movie. Is that gonna talk about the kids? Most
We're
likely.
probably gonna talk about like from how
Yeah.
how his life has been since the last time we seen it until now.
I don't remember the ending. And the ending, do they go back to their country?
He gets married with the girl.
No, I know
from-
she get married. He found his queen. I remember. That movie's so funny. Now that I think about it.
Always a good thing to watch the movie again just to refresh your memory.
Yeah, I gotta refresh it.
I'm definitely gonna watch it
No,
again.
but I
right
remember
before.
we went to Queen the first time.
But they're gonna have Teyana Taylor in it too.
Oh
It's gonna
wow!
be fire.
Nice.
Let me see. I think I found the clip.
Yeah,
There we go.
Oh,
You must heed my words before I'm gone, my son.
okay.
Now, you will be king. But the throne must pass to a male heir. Hakim, it appears you have a son.
Oh, why he's there?
Baby daddy problems.
Prepare the road.
It appears you have a son.
We are going back to America. Oh, hell no, Your Majesty.
Oh, Serio. That's dope.
Eddie Murphy, Arsenio Hall, Jermaine Flowers, Leslie Jones, Tracy
Oh,
Morgan,
wow. Is he young?
Teyana Taylor, Wesley Snipes.
What's his name? He was there.
James
I
Earl.
forgot.
Eddie Murphy playing other people too.
You always do that.
So is Arsenio
Oh, yes, Serio.
playing a lot of different other characters.
Yeah, Serio.
It is so good to see you.
Well, I be damn. Look who done come up in here.
Cutting their ass.
Those hungry babies with the flies.
You went too far there.
You're going to get out my chair.
Politically incorrect. What you doing back here, Hotel?
That's funny.
Politically incorrect.
Coming to America.
Fire. So yeah, it's gonna be on Amazon Prime on March 5th. My
Oh,
birthday.
really? Amazon Prime?
Mm-hmm. March 5th. Let's talk about it.
That is dope.
I like the cover of it too.
I actually want to see. Yeah, I want to see Part 1 again.
Legendary movie.
The original is so funny.
Classic. So yeah, that's something to stay tuned for.
Stay tuned.
What do you guys think
March.
about that? You think it's gonna be good?
Oh,
I
yeah.
really hope so.
With all those people in it, it has to be good,
It
man.
has to be good. But you know, in an era of the internets,
The streaming era.
streaming era,
Talk about it.
an era of hate. Who knows what the internet has to say?
Yeah, it'll be a whole bunch of memes in a few weeks or a few months.
I don't know why people hate.
Yeah,
and for no
that's
reason.
just in their nature.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's move on to something else. All right, before we move on to any like other topics, let's do the RIPs. You know, we always got to do like a little RIP section in our podcast. Well, one of the first actresses. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Natalie Desselle.
Yeah, man.
She was in How to Be a Player, Babs, Medea's Family Reunion, Eve, a whole bunch of movies. Cinderella, Set It Off. So yeah, she passed away recently. She wasn't even that old too.
No.
From the same thing that Chadwick passed away, colon cancer.
Oh wow.
So a lot of people dying from colon cancer, man. That's unfortunate, man. In 2020, bro. You know, that's sad.
Crazy.
You know, so yeah, people gotta, you know, check up on themselves, you know, every now and then, because for you to die from colon cancer, you know, at a young age, that she was 53.
Wow.
You know, and probably a lot of people didn't know that she was going through that, just like Chadwick.
Mm-hmm.
You know, dealing with it quietly.
Mm.
I know Halle Berry and a couple of actresses like spoke about it on their social medias, how, you know, they were upset. Not upset, but sad that this happened to her and all that. Because she was in a lot of shows and a lot of movies. A lot of people knew her, you know. A lot of legendary movies too, with a lot of famous black actresses and actors, you know. So yeah, I want to give a RIP shout out to her and her family. My condolences to her family. Another one that was a heavy hitter that passed away, Tiny Lister. It was AKA Debo from Friday movies.
Mm-hmm.
He passed away.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised about that one.
That was like, whoa.
That one was weird. Crazy, man.
And I think they found him in his house. I don't know about the details of what happened exactly, but I think he might have caught something there, you know. He didn't want to go to the hospital, and they found him in his house. And he was 62. So that was unfortunate. And you know, he was a wrestler too. He was a wrestler, Zeus.
Yeah, I remember the No Holds Bar movie.
No Holds Bars?
Was it in No Holds Bar? Or?
I quite remember, to be honest.
I'm not sure about the name, but that was with like Hulk Hogan and all.
Yeah, I think it's going.
It might be.
I could be wrong, but I think it was No Holds Bar. But let's see.
But he was a legend,
anyway.
legendary actor. A lot of people loved him. You know. So yeah. Let me see who else passed away recently.
Man, he was legendary.
He was super legend.
I mean, he's so legendary, bro, that there's a term after his name. Getting Debo.
Getting Debo.
You can get Debo. You can get robbed.
What chain?
R.I.P. man.
R.I.P. to Debo, man. One that happened recently was Ecstasy from legendary group Houdini.
Word.
That was a huge loss. I seen a lot of people post him. You know, the freaks come out at night.
Yep.
He had a lot of hits on that shit, but he was one of the main MCs on, as you know, on that group.
In the 80s, he was one of the most known too. Yeah,
You
it was him. It was the other one, and then it was the DJ.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah,
It's like a little Run DMC almost.
pretty much.
You know?
Yeah.
You could name it as. But
Houdini,
yeah,
you remember them?
Houdini.
Yeah.
That's a legendary group. So RIP to him, man. That was unfortunate too. I'm not sure how he passed away. They didn't really specify, but my condolences to him and his family and all that. But to switch up to some good news, shout out to our guy Rowdy Rebel. He just came home after doing a bid.
The real is
like,
back.
Oh, really?
He did like 6 years, I think it was.
The real.
The real is back. free to 9 still, because you know, Schmurder's still in there.
Yeah.
Bobby.
Next year.
He should be out soon. Hopefully in the next couple months or like in the middle of the year.
Hopefully.
You know, because yeah, I think he should got delayed. Last time we spoke that his case got delayed or something, or they pushed it back.
Yeah.
They said you have to do your full term. You can't. Because he thought that he might be able to get out on good behavior, but they was like, nah, you got to do your whole thing. Which is fucked up. Like, because they let 6ix9ine out early. You know,
It depends on the lawyer too. That's the thing.
they got you know, like stipulations and shit. Like if you got asthma, you can catch COVID. You can't be in a certain jail because
Yeah.
you know, so yeah, they don't want you to die under their custody either. So
Of course not.
shit is crazy. But yeah, shout out to Rowdy Rebel. I know he He came out. He went straight to the studio.
He about to take over.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
It's a lot. It's over for a lot of people. I'm gonna be honest.
Sheesh.
It's over for a lot of people.
Sheesh. Talk your shit.
That's how I feel.
Why do you say that? Because you know.
Because it's just a lot of people that just taking on that sound just for the just for the hell of it. You know what I mean? And when he comes out here and he's one of the ones that like one
of the real.
Yeah, one of the real ones to be on that sound and shit. And
that's a fact.
I feel like he's just going to come back and bring that.
And he was on a hit song while being locked up.
Yep.
With that Pop Smoke song.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which was his verse on that shit was stupid.
Sheesh. Shout out to Rowdy, man. He's I know he's gonna go crazy when he starts dropping these songs. I just saw that he did a song with Master Flex that was gonna drop on his album. So that's about to drop first probably, and then he's gonna do like his own little EP or project. They said they didn't even want him to drop a song because they was like, nah, you gotta do a whole project, like his label and shit. They was like, nah, I know you want to drop something, but yo, you've been locked up for a long time. You could wait. They could wait.
Hell yeah.
And you like, all right, we're gonna cook up some shit. Make a project, and then we're gonna release it. But I know he's anxious to drop something.
Hell yeah.
And the fans been waiting, so
facts. Whenever
he drops something, we're gonna play it for y'all. We're gonna keep y'all posted on that.
And shit.
But yeah, man. Let's move on to something else. Did you hear about? I don't know if you know we always talk about the versus battles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The versus battle that was gonna come up next was the Ashanti versus Keisha Cole. Sorry.
Keisha Cole
versus Keisha Cole, and then coming up to the battle or to the date of that was gonna do the verses. I think the day before, Ashanti posted on her Instagram that she tested positive for COVID-19.
Yeah.
So they had to postpone it. So they went on live and she was explaining that she was still down to do it if they wanted to do it like online. But you know how now they changed it up. Now they're doing it together.
I think I understand. I mean, yeah, because when you do it separate, one sound.
Sometimes the sound doesn't always.
It's not gonna come out right. That's the reason they do it together now.
So that's it. I agree. I think it could have been better like if it would have been together. But I like her spirit that she was like, yo, I'm done with it. I'm in my crib. I could throw on something and we could still do this if you want. And she was like, nah, I want to be there with you. I want to hug you. I want to sing along with your songs. That's what Keisha Cole was saying and shit.
Makes sense.
Which I could agree with.
Good sport.
And who you think will win?
Sheesh.
That's a tough one.
I ain't gonna lie.
No, that's tough. I actually like both.
I love them both. I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
I like both of them.
But to be honest,
they're both kind of different too.
They are different. To be honest, I think Keisha might edge her.
Yeah,
she might edge her with a few hits
because she's more R&B. Ashanti's more.
She's more R&B hip hop.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
More R&B pop. Yeah.
That's what it is.
So,
but that's a great battle. I ain't gonna lie. I love them both.
No, that would be a great battle.
To be honest, I think Ashanti got a couple classic albums. I think she got like 2 classic albums, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that's gonna be a great battle. So they postponed it to January. So after that happened, they were fast with it. The versus people like shout out to Swiss Beats and Timbaland. They put E40 versus Too Short. Which I sent to you. I don't know if y'all got into
we actually talk about it a little bit.
What y'all think?
I was thinking, man, it was good.
Raw thoughts.
No. It's not. They're both good, but that was so different. So I wonder if it will match.
It's different, but they both from that same area, so that's why.
Yeah, but the way they even the topic they both rap about is mad different. That's the thing.
I get you.
Per se, Too Short. I love where you rap.
Too Short is more of a player kind of rapping.
Yeah. You always cool talk about them hoes.
Bitch. And E40 is more of a party kind of guy. But yeah, it was a good battle, I think. A lot of people liked that. I've seen people in the comments and all that.
You know what I see a lot in the comment? E40 dancing. Yo, people was having fun with him.
That shit was hilarious. Yo. That was entertainment. Just like how when Jada was, battling, he did the Jada dance, the drunk dance.
No,
it's always a highlight like that.
Yo, I saw a couple of E40 dance. Like people just having fun with E40. Yo, that's kind of messed up.
He was a meme after a while. Hilarious.
Always.
But yeah, that was a good battle too, man.
No, but they're too different.
I don't know who y'all think won, but
I would pick Too Short.
It was pretty close.
Though.
I like Too Short more as an artist, but E40 is on mad hits. Sheesh. They usually be like, whoa, I forgot he was on that song. Like, sheesh.
You gotta remember that you started like in the early 80s or something.
Exactly.
So
that's the difference.
People don't know about that. So
Word.
I mean, it's tough. It's tough. They both got their.
They both legends, but yeah, it was different. Like you said, a different kind of styles.
Exactly. Two shows out here rapping when pimping was actually cool.
Yeah.
Facts.
Facts.
Oh man.
That's funny.
But that was it was entertaining. I like it. But yeah, so hopefully Ashanti will be good in time in January so they could do that battle because I want to see that too. I'm not sure who's doing the battle after that, but I like how they continue to do the versus battle. It's been great.
Mm-hmm. I'm still waiting for the Jagged Edge and 112.
What you mean you waiting for it? It happened.
Really?
Yeah,
when?
you late.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we spoke about
that. And
we talked about it.
Speaking of Jagged Edge, they just dropped the project.
I remember it sounded bad.
Okay.
Fire, bro.
But I want them together because remember the Jagged Edge sounded bad. I just remember one of them sounded bad. That's why Achati.
The verses that were separate. It wasn't in the same.
That's why Achati and Kishikotiki do it to separate.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna sound bad.
The sound on it, yeah.
So they need to do a part 2 of that one.
I don't know about that because there was a lot of battles that did like that too when they first started it. So I don't think they're gonna change up.
No, they're not. Bro.
It's a wrap after that. But it would have been better. That battle would have been legendary. Would have been
because one of them sounded bad. But your group, I'm a 112 guy, so
I like them both. Don't say my group, but
come on,
Jagged Edge is legendary to me. I ain't gonna lie.
No, I like them both too. But come on, if I gotta pick one, I pick 112.
112 is they got more classics, but
they both got classics. I don't know if I could say that.
It was debatable.
Yeah, I
but
guess.
in that verse, like you said, the sound wasn't great, so
no, it was horrible.
That enjoyable.
It was not good.
But yeah, man.
But that's where it first started anyway. So.
So yeah, they developed as a brand after that, after a couple verses. But yeah, man. Y'all want to move on to something else? Let me see what else we got here.
Moving on.
All right, before we move on to music. Let's talk about a little fashion. Like, I don't know if you want to chime in at any moment.
Moving on, man. I don't know. I mean, I guess
like we spoke about earlier, the Kif collaboration.
Yeah, we was talking about basketball. That's what I was gonna say. We was just talking about basketball not too long ago. So, I mean, we could start off with Big Sean.
Okay.
Being designated as the creative director of innovation for the Detroit Pistons.
Shout out to Big Sean.
Pretty dope. Yeah.
Fire.
Pretty much he's gonna this is quote unquote, provide creative counsel and strategic guidance on a variety of Pistons off-court initiatives. You know what I'm saying? Including team merchandise, experience and in-game, and, co-branded initiative dealing with like community and social responsibility. Fire. So he's trying to unite, like not unite, but like impact the community through the Detroit Pistons.
Shout out to Big Sean for doing that.
Which is dope.
That's dope.
Yeah, and then Kid did a collaboration with the New York Knicks.
Shout out to Kid.
They dropped a whole bunch of gear, some sneakers, jersey, some some other gear, and they hit up Dipset to run that campaign or to be a part of that campaign.
Which is fire. That's why they did like a little freestyle and all that.
They did like a freestyle. So they were all obviously dressed in the gear. In the Knicks in the Madison Square Garden, and they spit some bars, and the gear dropped, and I had to cop me some pieces, of course,
like always.
And yeah, that's that, man.
He gets it all, man. I ain't gonna lie. I checked on the website, shit was sold out my size. I'm like, damn,
that's fire.
Too late, I guess.
Man, yeah. Shout out to Kith, man. They gave me a loyalty email the day before the sneakers dropped.
Sheesh.
Talking about, you're a loyal customer.
I don't get no loyalty email.
Hey, listen, man.
It is what it is. I guess they play favorites over there. Nah, let me stop. Shout out to Kith. Send us some gear over here.
Shout out Dipset.
Shout out to Dipset. That was a dope freestyle they did,
Yeah.
That shit was dope. And
you got those sneakers too, right?
Yeah, the Air Forces.
Fire.
Had to. I've been wanting them since they kind of like did a sneak preview like at the beginning of the year. They did like a leak. And I already knew what they were gonna be. I've been hawking them since the beginning of the year. I got text messages to back that up too, like talking with my fellow sneaker guys. But yeah. Keeping on the same topic, Jerry Lorenzo, the owner, creative director, and designer of Fear of God, actually agreed to a long-term deal with Adidas. So himself, not his brand, not Fear of God, but himself. Yeah, he's gonna be the creative director for the basketball division. He's pretty much gonna be, helping them out and creating like the basketball shoes, creating the basketball gear that they create. That's, how like Nike has basketball shorts and jerseys, and that's just the basketball division. He's gonna be doing pretty much that. So he had a little run with Nike where he did the basketball, like some basketball gear. And super successful. There was even some of his shoes, like he dropped like a couple, his first ones dropped, they were very expensive. The second ones dropped, a little bit less expensive. And then as he dropped more, they got less expensive. So his most recent shoes that are like at the close to retail just went up in value because he's not designing no more for Nike because he's doing a long-term deal with Adidas. So now his Nike shoes values went up. It's like kind of like when Kanye went over to Adidas as well. Same shit.
Fire.
So yeah,
shout out to Jerry, man.
Jerry Lorenzo, man, doing big things.
Salute,
man. I'm proud of him, bro.
Send some gear to the podcast too.
Yeah, he's one of those guys I look up to. He does that. He does like the street fashion kind of, or urban fashion in a luxury way. Yeah,
I seen some of his shit. He got some fire.
It's expensive, but
very expensive.
Trust me, the quality you understand why it's that price.
Very expensive, but yeah, it's great. It's material. I like it.
Last one I want to probably talk about is
last but not least, VF Corporations, which is the
company. Yeah, VF Corporations, which is the company that, and that's, as you can see, I don't even have that on there. I just noticed shit.
I know you got that on the
VF
top.
Corporations is pretty much they own the North Face. In case you didn't know that, they own Timberland as well.
I didn't know that.
Besides them owning Vans, so they own Vans, they own Timberland, and they own North Face. Pretty much.
Wow, it's like Gap and all this extra shit.
Exactly, it's one of those. It's like a group.
Got you.
And obviously, Timberland and North Face in New York is like.
Yeah,
it's like peanut butter and jelly. You know what I'm saying? So for us, and then Supreme is a New York brand, so it was like a no-brainer for them to buy it. I
was kind of surprised to see that happen until.
Yeah, I mean, it's smart because they bought it from the Carlyle Group. The Carlyle Group, I don't know if y'all know much about the Carlyle Group. Most people who are investors know about the Carlyle Group. The Carlyle Group is just a group of investors. They just invest into companies that they feel will make money. But they don't know shit about fashion.
They don't know nothing about it, but just invest.
Yeah, so they bought 50% stake in Supreme about maybe like a year and a half, close to 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Almost. They bought 50% stake when it was worth $1 billion. And now Supreme doubled. Now it's worth 2.1. And VF Corporation bought it for 2.1.
Wow.
And they're thinking that they're gonna rake in at least 500 million in the next year or so.
Those type of numbers.
Yeah, they can. Supreme could do it, knowing how they are, but. Shout out VF Corporations, man. That's a good pickup. Because I'm be honest with you, as a fan of the street fashion and being a fan of Supreme and having a lot of Supreme gear, I didn't feel that the Carlyle Group fit owning even a portion of Supreme.
Why you say that?
Because they don't know nothing about it. They're just investors. They're just money. That's it.
Got you.
VF Corporation, they got North Face, they got Timberland and Vans. They know what the people want.
Okay.
It's a no-brainer for me. So I like that.
Okay. Thanks for that breakdown.
Yeah.
Give me a job, VF Corporations.
Before we move on from fashion, I wanted to shout out, what was that we spoke about earlier with Raekwon?
Oh,
they did that drop recently.
They dropped the Deodoras.
The Deodora drop.
They dropped the collab.
Fire. Oof. They came out with a purple and white version and it was a black, white, red, and yellow version. With I think a pony material on it. Shit was different. I ain't gonna lie. Shit sold out in less than 10 minutes. I went on it on the page like within 5 minutes and I refreshed. My size wasn't available. It was only like 3 sizes available out of everything.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, by the 10-minute mark, almost everything sold out.
These right here, right? So the first ones.
Yeah, exactly.
The first ones that dropped like a couple years back, maybe like 3 years ago, was the Purple Tape. They made it after that album, the Purple Tape. And then this one is after Only Built for Cuban Links. Same colorway as the album.
So Fire.
OD.
Fire. Sheesh. That's all I can really say is sheesh.
You know what I'm saying? When you come to Raekwon, you gotta know about Clark Wallabies and Deodora N9000s.
I like those Clarks. I ain't gonna lie. He be having some limited edition shits. I'd be like, whoa. I will do those. Fire. But yeah, anything else before we move on?
No, as far as fashion goes. Yeah. I mean, besides me being sad about not getting those Christmas Kobe's, nothing else.
Christmas Kobe's. What color came out?
Christmas colorway.
Oh, they came out with the Grinch ones. Yeah, I saw them.
Moving on.
Hey, you couldn't get it. So moving on. Let's move on.
Let's move on from that.
Don't be a Grinch.
I like that.
You got the right to be a Grinch right now.
Oh man. All right. Anyways, moving on.
Man.
I don't know. You probably didn't see it recently. Probably a few weeks ago, I was on Instagram and I saw Teyana Taylor went live. So I went on her page just to see what she was talking about. And she was talking about that she's tired of the industry and how the politics about the music industry is like how you can't drop whenever you want to drop, how the label, they got you on the contract but they don't want to release you, or they don't want you to release music at a certain time. You got to wait until they're ready. So she says she's just tired of it and she feel like she wants to retire. I was like, wow, retire? Because she's just tired of the politics of it.
But no, that's how it works once you sign to a record label. That's why I always talk up. I gotta be careful how I say this.
Talk your
that's
shit.
why you gotta be careful how you sign your contract, because the record label decide when the record come out, the type of music they want to come out.
Yeah.
You already got that much power, unless you go to an independent record label, but you're not gonna be that famous. So there's always a choice. It's either you just gotta find which one is your pros and cons. But that sucks.
I feel her though, because she's one of those artists that she does everything herself.
I know.
So the label is only really there just to press the button. Like whenever you want to release.
Right.
You know, so I feel her because she does mostly all her videos. She directs mostly all her shit. She probably doesn't mix and master most of her shit, but I'm pretty sure she's in there heavy with the creative process when making the beats and making the songs and all that stuff.
But the record label is the one putting out all the money, so she could be
Quite
out
honestly,
there.
she don't even need to sing no more.
She doesn't in reality.
She
dropped a project recently.
Yeah, she's already she's established. She's an actress. You know what I'm saying? She could
She does movies. She does. Yeah, she's done a lot of stuff.
Sing no more.
She doesn't.
Plus, she's married to Iman Shumpert.
She doesn't have to do any of that. But I'm pretty sure she still want to put out more music, and that's why she want to retire, because then I let her put out the music that she wants.
Be creative as she wants.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I say, there's a pro and con. I mean, record label is good. You get famous, but you're gonna have to do what they say, because they don't want putting up the money.
Unfortunately.
So that's why she feels that. So she's like, you know what? Y'all don't want to let me go. I'm gonna have to retire. You know? That's the only way you could. I can really, stop being. Even though she's under a contract, so I don't know how easy that's gonna be.
I mean, the contract is always. I don't know if it changed, but most of the time when you sign to a record label, the contract is when the album, when you complete it, or the album they say.
When you complete they
go. So
the obligations.
I don't know, but I feel like in any contract there's always like a clause or something like that, right? That you can retire at whatever time. It's just like a job. Like, I've worked contractual jobs where you can quit and they can't do shit.
Yeah, you're not obligated to anything.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Where
that's why she feels like probably that's like the only way out. Because since they don't want to say, okay, you can release music now.
It's like a voluntary thing in a sense, I would say.
So she's like, all right, I don't want to let me go. I'm gonna retire and then I'm gonna just be on my directing shit. So she said that she wants to get more into
because they cannot sue her for not singing or recording. So
you just can't put it out under the name Teyana Taylor.
Oh no, that's the thing.
That's why she's like, fuck, I'm gonna retire and I'm gonna just be director.
Any new music she put out's gotta be under there, bro. If she wanna stop singing, I'm pretty sure she could.
She can. I know she doesn't want to, but she feel like they forcing her hand probably.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are. That's why
she just had a baby and all that, so she's like, I don't want to over stress for something that I'm not even really, you're not putting 100% in this, So I feel her. I felt her arguments on it.
No, me too. I understand her. I think
she's a great artist too. So it's unfortunate.
What she's going through, but.
But yeah,
it is like that's how it works.
The life of an artist, man. You gotta know. That's why you gotta, set your own rules and standards when you do these contracts. You could always edit, modify contracts too.
It's tough,
but you gotta know what you want. If you don't know what you want from the get go, you can't say. But it is what it is, man. I just wanted to shout her out and make sure that she knows that we appreciate her as an artist, even though she's a great director too. I don't know if you've seen some of her videos and shit. She's fire, bro. Movies, so she's trying to impact the culture that way now.
I mean, she should, because look how many singer and rapper actors now. So, like you said,
but now she wants to be behind camera. So she was
even
actress,
better.
but
I think that's even better. People get behind the camera. I think you should make more money than actors. So even better. If she could do the directing or producing,
and she feel like she want to give people opportunities to film shit the way they want to film, because you know how certain times you're not allowed to be 100% creative in that process. They already have an idea of what they're gonna do without giving your input in it, even though you're the artist. They'll be like, all right, we already know what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this and this and that, and you're like, okay. I guess.
No, but she's
with an artist like her, she knows what the fuck she wants as a video and every step, like literally, So even the angles and everything. So
no, I know.
I think she'll be great as the director. Right. So keep doing your thing. Hold your head, Teyana, and congratulations on the new baby and all that.
Yeah. Word.
Shout out to Iman.
Facts.
But yeah, we can move on from that. Being that this is like one of the episodes of the year, last episode of the year, I want to talk about. There's been a lot of talk recently on the best artists of the year and the best albums of the year. So I wanted to give our own little list. So I made a couple lists. I made like 4 or 5 lists with different
go for it,
different artists. So one of the main lists that they were talking about recently is the top 10 rappers of 2020. So I made my own little top 10 list. Y'all may agree or disagree or maybe have your own list, but I just did an overall list, but I'm pretty sure we all could agree.
Yeah, pretty sure.
So I didn't put it in any particular order because I saw how much smoke was being being let off in IG on B-Dot and Elliott Wilson when they made their list. So it's not in any particular order. I don't have it 1 through 10, but yeah, just to cap it off, I put Freddie Gibbs up there. Shout out to Freddie Gibbs. He had a great year. I think so.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys agree.
Yeah, for sure.
But all the albums that he's been dropping, collaborative efforts and, his solo projects been great. He's definitely one of the artists, one of the best rappers of this year.
Yeah, for sure.
So I put him on that list.
This year, heavy.
I put Conway the Machine on that list. We know we always talk about Conway on this podcast, Shout out to Machine. I put Benny on that list because Benny, Griselda been working, so I had to put them on that list. So even though they're part of the same collective, but they're separate artists and been dropping separate projects with a lot of good content on it.
Word, amazing content.
I put Nas on that list. Shout out to Nas, he had a great year.
For sure.
We talk about top
love it.
top or 10 best rappers of 2020. I'll say. So in that category, he has to be in there because he dropped a good project.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to Royce the 5'9".
Him too.
Amazing. He had an amazing year, so I had to put him on that list.
Facts.
Shout out to Black Thought.
Oh man.
Amazing artist. He's been consistent.
Timeless
artist. Speaking of timeless artists, I put Busta Rhymes on that list.
Another one.
Wow.
Because he dropped a great album this year. So
amazing.
He got to be a part of that list.
Amazing album.
Shout out to an R.I.P. to Pop Smoke. Amazing year. So he had to be on that list too.
Facts.
And then last but not least, shout out to the babies.
Both of them.
Both of them.
Both of them.
The Baby and Little Baby. Where my babies sound?
Cause we love the baby.
Right.
Shout out to Lil Baby and the Baby. They had an amazing year too.
Shout out to Lil Baby and the Baby for being on almost every single song that played on the radio. And shout out to the Baby
in their own songs too.
Shout out to the Baby for bagging Danny Lay. Oof. Lil Baby out here with strippers and X-rated models.
Moving on. We don't do that on our RT podcast. I try not to talk about too much gossip on here, but yeah, that happened.
But shout out to the Baby for getting with Danny Lay, man. That's a good look.
Salute. But yeah, man, that was the list. That was the 10 because I didn't want to make it too long, make 20 or 15 or whatever, because everybody was doing 10. So I'm like, all right, let me fit in 10. But I had honorable mentions too, but maybe we'll mention after. But what you think about that list before I move on?
I like that list. That's
best
a good list
rappers.
right
Yeah.
That's facts.
So yeah, I mean, so overall that list was alright, right?
Yeah.
It had pretty good artists on it. So in the same token, since those are the best rappers, we also did I also did
My bad.
I also did top 10 new artists. And in
New
that
artists?
list, yeah, since there's been a lot of new artists that have been dropping consistently. You know how they do a double XL list and all that
Yeah.
with the new artists. So I made my own little list. So I put Jack Harlow on that list. Shout out to Jack Harlow.
All right.
I don't know if you guys agree to that, like I said, but that's just my opinion on
I like Jack
different
Harlow.
things, you know.
It's cool.
No, I guess
Being
it's his album.
consistent,
What's
dropping
that?
certain don't some shit. So
It's
yeah,
okay.
he's been good this year.
Yeah.
Remember, this is a new artist category, so
Yeah.
shout out to NLE Chopper.
I mean, I wouldn't consider him new, but he's like on the rise now. So I get
On
your
the
point.
rise.
Oh, Chopper?
Yeah,
Chopper. Yeah.
NLE Chopper. You know, he's been consistent this year. Same thing, I wouldn't consider Pop Smoke that new, but he's, you know, he had a hell of a year and he's a new artist. So
Yeah,
I put him on that list too.
Word.
Shout out to Pop Smoke.
Debut album came out this year, so.
Amazing. So shout out to J.I. the Prince. I put him on that list too. I put 5E on that list, 5 Year Foreign.
Okay.
Shout out to Polo G. Put him on that list too. He had an amazing album too.
Go.
Shout out to Chef G.
Another G.
Another G. You know that he's been consistent. He been dropping a lot of shit. I was gonna put Sleepy Hollow on that too, but since you know they're part of the same crew, I had to. So I wanted to put a 10. I didn't want to go too crazy with it. Shout out to Sleepy Hollow, but you know, Chef G, he been working a little longer than Sleepy, so I give it to him. You know. Shout out to Rod Wave. My nigga Dolo put me on to Rod Wave. He's been consistent too. He got that melodizing shit. And he could spit too, actually. So shout out to him. If you haven't heard none of these artists, go look them up. Shout out to 24 Golden. He's been consistent. He had a hell of a year too with that single that he just dropped recently. He was on MTV and a couple other award shows that I saw him performing. Yeah, why you always in the mood? That shit's fire, actually, that song.
Yeah, he's nice.
He's nice. So I like him. He's different. Shout out to King Von.
Shout out and
I put him on that list too. And RIP to him. So he was the last one that I put on that list. Even though, like I said, I didn't put it in order, but that was the list right there. So yeah, what y'all think about that list? 10 new artists that I posted.
I like that.
It's different, right?
Yeah.
Y'all could agree, you know,
I like
collectively.
Yeah.
You probably would add or and remove one or two people, but I don't know if y'all want to chime in on that.
I mean, I say I'll probably add Marlon Craft in there. That's about it.
I'll put Martin in another list.
I know this, but I feel like he deserves to be in that list too.
Okay, I could agree with that.
So
Like I
top
said,
11.
I didn't want to make it too long, you know.
Yeah.
It is what it is. All right, so let's move on to top lyricists of the year.
Oof.
Which I consider a little different than top rappers of the year because lyrics
that's
is, you know,
different.
is one thing.
That's different.
Yes,
You
it's
know?
a different album.
So, like I said, in no particular order.
You can cap rap, but you can't cap lyrics. Not lyricism. You can't cap that.
No, you
can
can't.
cap
No
rap.
cap in my rap. But shout out to all the top lyricists. So like I said, I put Freddie Gibbs on that list. Even though I had him on the top rappers list, he's a lyricist. So
Gotta
shout
put
out
Alfredo up there.
Alfredo. Shout out to Conway again. He's on that list. Which, because like I said, he's been consistent with all these fucking EPs and mixtapes and albums that they've been dropping, features
And everything.
Oof.
So much.
Benny the Butcher's on that list
So
too.
much.
I know it's kind of sound repetitive, but it is what it is. They're on the list.
Yep.
They lyricists.
They deserve it.
They deserve it. Speaking of somebody who deserves it, they don't really get mentioned. I put Ransom on that list. Ransom had a hell of a couple months.
Hell yeah.
He's not. Remember I told, like, I don't know if I said it last podcast or 2 podcasts ago that he got signed to the Trust Army with 38 Special them. So I know that's gonna be dope, you know, for the future because they got the Shade Nor, they got Ransom, now they got, you know, they got a couple heads up there. So
Good team.
I feel like he deserves to be on the top lyricist list. But yeah, also on that list I put 38 Special, which is a part of the Trust gang.
Yeah, he definitely deserves to be up there.
Lyricist, oof.
He has some legendary verses.
Sheesh. This year and in late 2019 been
2018.
But epic for 38 special. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to Upstate, man. Rochester and all that. Y'all know what it is. Keep it in the family. I put Shay Noor on that list because I feel like she had a epic year too. With all the bars that she's been putting on these albums and these EPs and these freestyles.
Yeah.
These, you know. And she's another one that's pretty new. She's on that list.
Exactly.
You know, so I didn't want to put her on the new artist list because she's been killing the game. Like, so I wanted to put her on a different recognition.
I feel you.
No, it makes sense. I got you.
And keeping it in the females, even though I'm not just rating no more females and males.
Oh, man.
Side Rock MC.
Oh, man. Oof.
Shout out to Side Rock. Oh, my God. She had a hell of a year, too. I love her album.
Yeah.
Her album is
amazing.
Insane.
If you haven't heard any of Side Rock music, go listen to that. Tap in. Salute. Shout out to Royce the 5'9". I put him on that list, too.
Wow. So many fire.
I mean, everybody that I mentioned is lyricists, so yeah. And we're gonna talk about the hottest albums of the year, so that's part of it too. But yeah, I put them on that list. I also put Black Thought on that list because
have to.
Lyricists.
Like I said, people they're gonna know. They're gonna know.
They really don't know about Black Thought.
No, they don't.
I feel like he's very underrated.
Yeah, I feel like he should be on the top lyricists every year.
Every year.
Yeah.
He's been killing it. He's been consistent. And last but not least, I put King Crooked on that list, which is Crocodile.
Of course.
Because he had a hell of a year too. Like, he's another one that he drops consistent. Like, he drops a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He probably drops like every 2-3 months with an EP or a mixtape or something. And every project I listen that he drops is like his lyrics is out of this world.
Insane.
Not a lot of rappers could keep up with him. Just like with Black Thought.
Mm-hmm.
They're old school people that still got that pen that's crazy, that can compete with anybody.
Yeah.
You know, new, old, whatever the case may be. So that was that list, the top lyricists of the year.
Nice.
What y'all guys think about that?
I love it.
we could agree for the most part, right?
I can't debate that.
It is what it is.
I cannot debate that at all.
So shout out to all those artists. Okay, so we're gonna move on to. I also made I don't know if I should want to put that one first. Let's talk about the hottest albums of the year before I talk about the other list. So, in the hottest albums of 2020, let me see how many I put on for one. I think I did like 15 or 20.
Oh wow.
4, 5, 6.
It's gonna be tough because the album came out this year, so to pick 20.
I went over 20. I think 22.
Oh, I'm pretty sure you went over 20 because it's
like 22 albums.
I mean, I will go just randomly because.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say in any particular order.
Oh, okay.
These are just the albums that I think that were great this year, and I'm sure y'all could agree.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna start with. I'm not gonna say in any particular order, like I said, but Static Selector came out with the Balancing Act recently.
Yeah.
Fire.
That, like I said, I don't know if y'all heard it, but fire. Amazing.
Yeah.
All the artists that they put on there, you know, it's like DJ Khaled. Like, people think that DJ Khaled just dropped these albums and he just puts his name on it, but to find these artists and to put them on a certain song, on a certain beat, that's a skill. Not everybody can do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they wouldn't just do that on their own. So to fit the artist and to put them on a particular song, that's an art. And Static Selector has been great at it, you know. So
over the past couple years,
facts. He's been consistent with it. So yeah, if you haven't heard that, Balancing Act, amazing album, one of the hottest albums this year. All right, moving on. Shout out to Goody Mob. They came out with a project recently called Survival Kit that I mentioned last podcast.
Yeah,
amazing album, bro. I don't know if you guys heard that one, but
I heard some of it.
Oof,
I haven't heard the whole thing.
They got amazing work on that. So go listen to that, Goody Mob. They just did an interview with Drink Champs too recently.
Oh wow!
I think it drops tomorrow on YouTube, but I saw a little bit on Revolt.
Okay.
So shout out to the OGs. Speaking of OGs, shout out to Busta Rhymes. He also is on part of that list with the ELE 2, the Extinction Level 2.
You know the deluxe one is like 2 hours long.
He added like 6 more songs, like 7 more songs.
It's like 2 hours. I was gonna listen to it. I was like, damn, 2 hours. Do I have the time?
Because it's the same amount of songs plus another 5-6 songs.
I know. That song is long. I mean, I'm still gonna listen to it. But wow,
amazing album.
No, amazing. Even if you listen to the regular one, amazing. But deluxe, woo. I gotta make time for it. But I will. I'm gonna make time for it. So.
But yeah, that's definitely a part of the albums of the year for me. I'm pretty sure you guys can agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta let me know,
that
man.
fucking Busta Rhymes shit is crazy.
Crazy. I put Benny the Butcher, Burn the Proof up there.
Have to.
Because that album is phenomenal to me. I don't know if you guys like it like that, but I loved it.
OD.
You feel me? That's part of that.
He never disappoints.
Never.
No, he don't. Never.
I put Pop Smoke up there. Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon. Amazing album. That's probably one of the albums of this. One of the top albums of this year.
This year, for sure.
That been playing consistent, and
for sure.
Almost every song been a single.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys noticed that.
Yeah.
Almost every song.
Yep.
I think it should be more like that. To be honest,
they should spread it out more. You know.
Yeah.
So he had an amazing year. It's sad that he couldn't see everything that has been accomplished from that album. But they did a good job. Shout out to 50 for executive producing that album. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna be nominated for Grammys and shit like that too. So let's see what happens. Grammys coming up soon, few months. Okay, moving on. How we spoke about Side Rock, I put her album up there, The Sharecropper's Daughter. That album is classic to me.
Super crazy.
Yo.
Bro, that album is amazing.
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, y'all into like
It's
lyricism
different.
and real hip hop and like boom bap and storytelling with with a little twist of a female goddess on it. Listen to Side Rock, man.
It is.
Salute to Side Rock, man.
She's a different beast
breed
and the same animal.
Different breed.
Shout out Kobe, man.
Yeah, cheers.
Sheesh.
The same animal and the same beast. Something like that. Different animal and the same beast.
In the same beast.
That's what she is. She's different.
Very different, man. Legend.
Different.
I enjoyed the album a lot. So if y'all haven't heard that, go check that out. It's called The Sharecropper's Daughter. I also put, like I said, Nas on that list, King's Disease, because we enjoyed that album. That album was great.
Fire.
I love the album.
OD.
So he could compete with the young guys and the old guys, so still out here relevant.
No, he mixed it up. Yeah, kept it old school, new school. Keep it hip hop. Yo,
Facts.
that was real hip hop. So love it.
I put Shay Noor on that list with As God Intended. Even though she dropped a couple projects this year, but that As God Intended, sheesh.
That's kind of tough. The album, you had to pick one.
Because she just like with 38 Special, she came out with like fucking 12 albums this year in 12 months. So it's like,
no, she just putting out music like crazy.
With her, I think she dropped like 3 projects this year, which is a lot still. No.
Anything over 2 is a lot.
Word.
I think she dropped 3 projects, including like a group effort,
No, that's fire though.
And being on features and all that stuff. So yeah, tap into Shay Noor, man. She's definitely one of the top females in the scene. It's probably 1, 2, 3.
For sure.
Her, Rhapsody, and Side Rock, probably my favorites right now.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Amen.
Who else is on that list? I know it's from last year, but they came out with a deluxe. We spoke about Mac Miller, Circles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
I put that album on this list. I know you could agree with that.
The deluxe, yep.
The deluxe is amazing.
Want to talk about it? Of course.
Sheesh. You spoke about it too. Like in January, it was like, yo, this is definitely one of the albums of this year, and it's only January. He spoke about it last year. Remember?
Mm-hmm. I'm still bumping it.
I'm still bumping it. You got the vinyl on deck and all that.
I still bump it till this day.
I think we talked about it last episode too. So yeah, a little bit. So. That Mac Miller album is incredible.
It's a timeless album to me, bro. I bump that shit up like in the mornings. Like it's my favorites. My favorite thing to bump in the morning on the wake up is the Mac Miller.
Shout out to Mac Miller, man. R.I.P. man.
Mac Miller,
amazing album. Also another album that came out like I think in December, but it lasted the whole year. Rowdy Rich. Please excuse me for being antisocial.
Word.
I think that was one of the albums of the year.
I know don't like it.
You like that album, right? He had some tunes on, some bops on that, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, he deserves to be on that list, I think too. I don't know if you guys would agree with me, but Jadakiss, Ignatius, I love that album too.
Yeah, too fire.
That's definitely part of the albums of the list too. So I put him on there because he had a couple joints on there that was fire. Moving on, I put Dave East on that list, Karma 3.
Yeah, that album's fire.
I enjoyed that album very much. Like a lot of people sleep on Dave East even to this day.
A lot of people still sleep on him.
I don't get why he don't even get mentioned.
It's crazy because like mentioning, now that you say that they sleeping on him, I saw somebody post, like somebody like, you know, I guess like he went to like somebody's shop. He went to like a sneaker shop or something like that, right?
Okay.
And somebody like posted, like they took a picture of him and it was like, shout out to up and coming artist Dave East for shopping at our store.
Up and coming.
I was like, yo, the
artist.
disrespect.
Dang.
What do you mean up and coming? And then this store's in New York.
Oh,
for all that.
shit.
Like, if you from New York and you're saying that he's up and coming, then bro, you need to move to New Jersey. I'm sorry.
That's a fact.
No disrespect
though, right?
to Jersey,
'Cause
my
Davies,
Jersey
how long,
people,
yo,
but y'all
Davies
get
been
that.
out for a long time. Like,
Who?
Davies.
Years.
Like around the same time
Years.
that wasn't. I don't know if it was around the same
Years,
time, but
bro. What the hell? Like, what
it's
do you
been
mean
over
up and coming
5
artists?
years.
Way
Over
more,
5,
yeah,
like
no,
7
of course
years.
it's been more than
Almost
5
10.
years.
It's been almost 10.
I know at least 5.
Ridiculous, man.
So
I was
So
like,
yeah, that was kind of
disrespect,
crazy.
bro.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. So yeah, if y'all haven't heard that album, go listen to Karma 3. And it came out with a
Shout
deluxe
out
also.
Davies.
Fire. Is in the conversation for me. I don't know about everybody else, but my list is different. Shout out to Westside Gunn. He's another artist that he had multiple albums this year, so it was hard to narrow it down.
Yeah, but for me, it has to be Pray for
I
Paris.
would have to put Pray for Paris,
Pray
man.
for Paris is the one for me, bro.
Like
That's the one that does
sequence of it.
Yeah,
I love it.
She's art.
Amazing. It's art for real.
OD,
Shout out to all the
bro.
Buffalo
OD.
people, man, and all the Rochester and upstate New York.
Word up.
Yeah, I've been holding it down this
Shit
year,
art.
man. Shit art. For real, for real. Shout out to A Boogie. I liked his album a lot too, which was a little different. Like, remember how I told you he had put different sounds on there? That one was called Artist 2.0. He also did a deluxe too. And it still gets played too. It's another album that had a lot of
that's another one. Needs to go deluxe.
it had a lot of
So many
rotation.
deluxe, like
Yeah.
That's how they doing it nowadays.
Just put it together already.
You come out with an album with like 12 songs, and then in a month from now, you be like, all right, I got 5 more songs. Let's
But
add it
think
on.
Busta Day
How
like
about
a
this?
week. Yo,
listen to this. How
Yeah,
about
Busta
this
was
theory?
crazy.
This is a theory, right? Hear me out.
Talk
See all
about
these artists, like for example, Westside Gunn and Conway and 38 Special and you know what I'm saying, Benny the Butcher, how they come out with so much shit, Shade Noir.
Yeah.
Right? Why don't the other artists do that? To create more, but see, is it different?
everybody
They're
could-
under
could-
contract.
That's what it is.
And they're required to drop them shits
Whenever the label says
These
drop.
guys have more freedom to do what they
Independent
do.
labels.
But
yeah, and that's why I prefer independent always.
These guys do deluxe albums throughout the year.
And they're scared to drop that type of music like on that level, on that frequency, like, because you don't want people to get tired of your old shit. Like, not even old, because like for a person like, let's say, Flea Lord, he dropped 12 projects this year too.
Yep.
Wow.
And people still haven't catched up
Damn.
to like the couple months ago projects like that has been super fire. You know what I'm saying? And he just dropping. So
Yeah.
people just gotta catch up, to be honest.
I feel like there's not even, it is real, like those artists that are like mainstream. There's not many of them that can actually do shit like that can drop so consistently. Like, it's just, I don't feel that they have that level of
work ethic, like
not work ethic, that level
the
of
material
talent.
is crazy, like,
because that's talent.
that's
at the same
talent
time,
for
too.
real.
You feel me? You can't not. A lot of these people are just a face that they sign. You
Talk
know?
about it.
Like, it's just a sound that they're like, oh, that sounds cool. Let's sign them. You know what I'm saying? And they don't actually have any creativity type
Facts.
shit. You know what I'm saying? But these guys have creativity, and
And they're working hard, man.
I'm ranting a bit, so
It's all good.
It's all good.
Shout out to Little Baby with that album My Turn, which he also did a deluxe too. Fire. It's one of the albums of the year.
Word.
The Baby with Blame It On Baby. Deluxe also. Fire.
Of course.
All these deluxe. But yeah, it's definitely in the conversation. I also put Big Sean in that list, Detroit 2, which I know a lot of people didn't really like that.
Yeah,
but
man.
I
don't
liked
know
it.
why. That album was
I like
great.
it.
I enjoyed it very much.
Word.
I know it's a little unpolished, but it is what it is. Big Sean. But he had some shit for the spitters and he had some shit for the ladies. So it is what it is.
But he did a little bit of everything on that album, so
That's
that
why I
doesn't
enjoyed it very
really-
much.
I don't know.
I feel like he did a good job for Detroit too. A lot of people have been waiting for that for a long time. So I feel like he
yeah.
did a good job.
It was anticipated.
especially with all the 2 hours, that track.
Yeah, that was dope. When he
That was a dope track.
Almost every artist in Detroit rapped on that song. Like,
I was surprised how many artists. Like, whoa,
it's so many. And
a real
I'm pretty sure
cipher.
there's a couple that he missed, but couldn't make a 2-hour song either.
That's the thing. It was a long track. So
Yeah, but that was dope. Shout out to Big Sean, Detroit too.
I had to add that.
Also, Royce the 5'9", The Allegory, amazing album. Even though, like I said, that dropped like in December or November, but it lasted the year for me at least. You know, that was a great album. If y'all haven't heard that, y'all listen to hip hop, real hip hop, and y'all haven't heard The Allegory. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. To be honest with you,
there's a lot of people who don't. Bro.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people haven't heard that album, bro.
Word.
And it's definitely on top of the list. Let me see who else I didn't name. I didn't name Tory Lanez, but that's definitely in the conversation. I don't know if I could agree with that.
Remember you told me about
amazing album, bro. And he just dropped another one. He dropped an EP called Loner recently.
Wow.
So he's another one that's working hard. Like
he will always work, no matter what.
His work ethic is crazy. And I think he's gonna drop a couple more projects too. This was like a rap project. He's gonna drop like a R&B project and another project like a Caribbean vibe. So
okay,
soon. So yeah, that was pretty much the list. Let me see if I'm missing anybody. 21 Savage is on that list with Metro Boomin with Savage Mode.
Have to.
That's in the conversation for album of one of the best albums of this year.
I actually listened to our. I was kind of surprised. So.
Oh, you say that he was.
Yeah, because I pictured myself.
He found it surprised that he's gangster.
I don't know.
21 Savage is one of the most gangster rappers out there.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah, he went crazy on this because the Savage Mode. The first Savage Mode was like that too.
It's a good album. I'm not saying that. I just I don't know. Maybe I'm the only person in the world that thought that.
But yeah, shout out to 21 Savage and Metro Boomin. They killed that.
Hell yeah.
What else I didn't mention? Oh, the Freddie Gibbs and Alchemist Alfredo. Definitely in that conversation.
Yeah.
You know, I'm pretty sure Scott feels the same way.
I was nominated for an award.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
And I think I might get a Grammy soon.
That's how amazing that shit was.
Yep. Let me see anything else.
Damn, that was like an album this year.
That was what I put on my list, and there was more that I could have put, but I didn't want to make a 50, a top 50 list. Right. But those are definitely the ones that I wanted to have in the conversation. Yeah, that was about it. I didn't put anybody else on it, unless y'all have anything in mind that y'all want to add. But for the most part, that was my top albums of this year. Moving on to the other list, I had hottest underrated artists of 2020.
That's tough.
There's a lot of people that they don't talk about and they don't even put in the conversation, but they're amazing artists. Do you want to start with one?
No.
All right. So let me start off with the Flatbush Zombies.
Oh.
Even though they're a group.
Oh, yeah, I do want to start one. My fault. I'm going to cut you off right there. I'm going to cut you off.
Talk your shit.
The whole Beast Coast. Forget Flatbush Zombies. The whole Beast Coast. The entire Beast Coast. Because they've all been working this year. They've all dropped things this year.
Word.
You know what I mean? And they dropped individual projects. They're working on the individual projects. You know, shout out Nick Caution. Shout out Issa Gold. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Meech Darko. He's working. You seen he's working on something single, and I'm pretty sure Juice is gonna do something. They're all working on their own little projects. Man, Elliot, shout out the whole Beast Coast. Eric working on a side project too. Right. So yeah, the whole Beast Coast, like you said. But the reason why I said Flatbush Zombies is because they dropped a project this year, and it was great. It was amazing. Hell yeah.
They even dropped a little live project today, pretty much, with like 3 songs. They did it on Tiny Desk,
right?
NPR. So they made it into like a little project, a little 3 songs capsule,
right?
And they released it. So I feel like they're one of the hottest underrated artists of this year. So if y'all don't even know who that is, go check them out. Flatbush Zombies. Another person on that list, I put Cambatta. Cambatta has been going crazy, bro.
Stupid.
He's been going so crazy. I think I have to play something. Hold on.
You might as well play songs.
I haven't played no songs yet.
Word.
So I'm gonna have to, because he just came out with a project with Loaded Lux. Oof. If it didn't come out this late, I probably would have put that project as part of the albums of the year. This one is called Slave to a Master. So if you know anything about
Loaded
Lux, you know he got the bars. Cambatta is similar, but he's underrated. That's why I put him on the list. Life harder than the rain in Alaska. I've seen a young man change in a Casper adapter. From a slave to a master. I'm the runaway slave, they ain't capture. I'm faster in the human race, but I'm passionate. I'm a slave that was raised to a master.
Open up the door and then I lock it down. Then I build a couple towers just to knock it down. I run across the water like it's solid ground. A nigga's just a king that never got his crown. I created light out of sound. I'm wondering is God a verb, not a noun. No bastard in the basket that mama found. I put the rock up in the basket and go by the bound.
Sheesh.
Sheesh. Word up.
Ooh. Shout out to fucking Cambatta, man. He came out with an album earlier this year called LSD, which is fire. Fire. It's called Lunar Solar Duality, LSD. And it's still out anyway. If you haven't heard that, go check that out. But the one that I just played is part of a new project called Manifest Destiny with Politricks. Shout out to Black Magik 363, which is the producer that he produced most of the beats on there. Fire. Go get that. They only released that one on their website, so they haven't put it out on all streaming platforms yet because they, direct to consumer. Shout out to them and their perspective. So they got it on their website on you can either find it on Cambatta's site or on blackmagicmusic.com or manifestdestiny.com. So go check that out. I think it's like $30, but it's worth it.
Yeah,
I'm about to support. They got a couple packages, like I think $30 for a CD, an MP3. And then they got another bundle with a shirt,
that's dope.
and a couple other things, I think some signed stuff. So go check that out if y'all haven't, man. Fire. So he's part of that list, Cambatta. If y'all haven't even heard that name, go check it out. I know a lot of people don't even know who that is either because he's not mentioned as far as one of the top artists because he's underground, you could say. But,
super underground.
But he's established at the same time, so that's why I say go check him out. Another person on that list I know Scud like some is Marlon Craft.
Oh yeah,
Marlon Craft been doing a lot of good things this year, man. He dropped a lot of good projects. He dropped a few singles, but he dropped a project I think earlier this year in the beginning of the year. Amazing piece of art. It's the type of hip hop that is well thought out. Kind of like Nas, that he got that storytelling shit, but it's more like realistic. If you know what I mean. But
yeah,
he definitely got some shit. If y'all haven't heard Marlon Craft, go check his album out, man.
Word.
Amazing.
Shout out him, man.
So he's part of that list, the underrated artist of the year. Shout out to RJ Payne. Been going crazy this year.
Pain.
He dropped a lot of good projects this year too. And he's I'm not sure if he's signed to anybody right now, but I think he's dropping it independently. Same thing like I said with Cambatta and them, that he dropped it on his website, direct to his fans. I think a lot of artists should do that more, like straight to the fans first.
Word up.
Whether it be your Bandcamp or whatever the case may be on your own website, because I think a lot of people just do it straight to that first, and then they put it to the streaming services like Spotify and Apple Music afterwards.
I mean, why not?
That's a smart way to do it.
Hell yeah.
So I put RJP on my list because he's been consistent. He's been having a lot of dope shit that he came out with. More people on that list that we usually speak about on the podcast is Ito.
Oh yeah.
Ito been working hard too.
That's facts.
Shout out to him, Peace Lord. Shout out to Flea Lord from up there too. He been, like I said, he dropped 12 projects this year in 12 months.
Oh wow, that's a lot. That is
like
a lot.
12 projects, bro, in 12 months. Yep. That's insane, bro. I don't think I've ever heard no shit like this, to be honest with you.
I mean, you gotta give your fan time to listen.
Yo, that's a lot, though. Like, I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, I heard most of it, but some albums I gotta go back to because it's like too much. It's so much, but it's all consistent. It's all amazing. There's not even like he's using like recycled his bars. They're all different concepts, different beats. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
That's the craziest part.
It's well thought out. So I salute them for even working that hard. I want to see more people mention their names next year. That's why I put them on the underrated list.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Ito, shout out to Flea Lord.
Yeah,
on that
for
list.
putting out all that work. So
you feel me? 12 projects? Come on, man. Shout out to El Camino. Been consistent lately too. Shout out to El Camino. He been crazy too. He been dropping a lot of good shit. If you haven't heard most of his projects, I think he dropped like 4 or 5 projects this year too. El Camino.
El Camino's my
fire.
guy, man.
Fire. He got a lot of dope merch too, by the way. Good ad-lib right there. Shout out to Nino, man. I think he's been he's very, very, very consistent this year too. I think he's still signed to Jadakiss. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So shout out to Nino, man. He been dropping a lot of dope videos lately. So if you haven't heard most of his music, go check that out. He just dropped a project recently too. Shout out to Terminology. He been dropping a lot of dope shit with Status Selecta and on his own. He's definitely one of the top lyricists too. I didn't want to squeeze him in that list, even because I put a lot of people on that list. So that's why I put him on this list. He's the hottest underrated artist of 2020 because he's been consistent with all these songs that he's been on Static Selecta, like I said, and on his own projects.
Yeah.
On his features. He always got dope quotables, dope bars, well thought out. Shout out to Term. And last but not least, one of the OGs in the game, Smoke DZA. Another artist that he's been crazy consistent, that he drops a lot of projects, whether it be mixtapes or EPs or, full albums. He probably dropped more than 12 albums this year.
Yeah, he stay dropping shit. He's just
he's another one that he drops every other month. You know what I'm saying? So that was, for the most part, that was the list. That was the most, the hottest underrated artist of 2020. What do you think about that list?
I like that list. That's true.
I know a lot of those names. No, you will not hear it nowhere else. I promise you. Because people are scared of these artists. I don't understand why. The media, not people. The media don't even mention these names.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? That's why,
they won't.
That's why I try to do this podcast, because to bridge that gap between the old artists, the new artists, the underrated, the overrated. We talk about it all on this shit, you heard? So on that note, the last and not least, I made another list, being that we usually go to a lot of these shows like Round the Starve, with all these up and coming artists.
Yeah.
Word.
So I made a list of the up and coming artists that were usually on that show that I've seen grow and expand during this year. So first and foremost, shout out to our brother Dolo. He been killing it. He did a couple shows this year. So we wanted to salute him. He's definitely one of the hottest up and coming artists that been grinding this year. So if y'all haven't heard none of his music, go check that out. We'll put a link in the description. He just came out with a song called Put Up and another song called Respect Over Attention that just came out. That doing numbers now. A lot of people liking it. Just performed it on the Grind and Star Showcase recently.
Go listen to that, man, right now. Not later, right now. Pause this video and go listen to that, and then come back.
Tap in.
But remember to come back, though.
Pause it.
Open a different tab.
Yeah, a different tab, and make sure you.
There you go.
We both gotta be here though, so no, we got more project coming soon anyway. So,
but yeah, go type that on that if y'all haven't. Shout out to our guy Brogard that came over here on the show,
man. Peace, King.
And yeah, Jordan. They've been dropping a lot of music this year, and we saw them on the Grind and Salt showcase at one point in time last year. I think in around December, November.
Yeah, it was something like that.
So they've been consistent this year. They dropped a joint project, then they dropped separate projects. So.
Yeah, they're putting out work too. So shout out to Brogard and
Jordan. They've been consistent. So salute to them. Go type into their projects. So they on that list. They're one of the hottest up and coming artists of this year. So tap in with them if you haven't. Another one on that list. Shout out to our guy Colito Brooklyn. That he been in a lot of little shows, Grind and Star. I've been seeing him. I've been tapping in with him. He dropped a lot of dope new songs and shit like that. So all the artists that I'm naming been a part of that showcase, but I subscribed to their channel and I'm looking at them on a consistent basis on IG. So being that we've seen a lot of those shows, I've seen the growth in them.
Right.
So I just wanted to salute them. We have nothing to do with, by the way, Grind and Star Showcase. We just go and support the artists.
Yep.
We usually go to support our artist Dolo, but since we're there, I record all the performances and I usually show love and put them up and tell people to follow these artists. Because I know for the most part, some of the showcases, that's their first showcase ever. Or sometimes it's been this is like their 10th showcase, but they're, developing as an artist. So you're showing off your new song. So it's dope.
For the most part, they sometimes struggle with getting footage too. They'll get bad Instagram footage or
to repost on their site
like
so
that. And
I like to post it in HD so that we can have a reference to go back on. So all these artists been doing their thing. They've been consistent. I've seen them a couple times, or I've seen them once, and I was so impressed that I had to follow them.
And I want to give a shout out to those artists too for giving us exposure as well. You know what I'm saying? They've been reposting. They've been shouting us out and all that. And so
don't be afraid to like tag us and DM. We respond.
We definitely respond. One of us on this table responds.
It might not be right away sometimes, but we'll get back to you. You know? So yeah, moving on to the list. Shout to switch it up a little bit. Shout out to Crybaby. You know, female artist that she been doing her thing this year. She dropped a couple projects. She dropped a new video recently. So go tap in with Crybaby. She got some dope shit. Shout out to Pretty Lou. We met him a couple months ago.
Pretty Lou
been consistent, man.
Pretty Lou is nice.
Shout out to him, man. I think from Brooklyn. He said he was.
He got that real New York flavor.
Yeah, bro. He really sound like New York. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You hear him, he sounds like New York. That's it. Point blank.
Shout out to Pretty Lou, man. Shout out to D Nice. He's from I think he was from Long Island, I think, or Staten Island. I think it was Long Island. So shout out to D Nice. He had a great performance last time we saw him, and I seen that he's been consistent. He got a lot of views too. Drops a lot of songs, and people actually like it and repost it, and you know, he's be getting a lot of consistent views. And he's one of the guys that, you know, I see him working and is an artist at the same time.
Right.
Not afraid to show it. Like, I like that, you know?
Right.
Don't be afraid to, like, that positive energy, you know? Don't be afraid to show your real life. You don't gotta always stunt on the gram.
Yeah.
Like
you're a 24/7 artist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you always start somewhere.
Living that reality.
So I like that. So I this is one of the people that I followed and went back to his music, and he got some shit. Shout out to Bando Black, another one that we saw at a showcase, and I've been following up with him. He's been consistent, bro. Like, whoa. He drops a video like every fucking week.
Yeah.
Sheesh. But he's getting a lot of views and he's doing his shit.
That's how
Shout
you
out to all the
gotta
people that was around him too. That they dropping music too, like Pretty Deej and them.
Yeah,
you know, from Brooklyn.
Nah, Bando's really killing it.
Bando,
I get notifications from his page all the time.
Tap in with Bando Black, man. He's probably one of the next ones coming out.
Yeah, I'll say he's definitely one of the
That's
next.
part of that, like that movement, and that drill sound, you know, that New York shit. You feel me? So go tap in with them. Tap in with Bars Up De Niro. I know they got a whole ENT, Bars Up ENT, but I want to highlight De Niro because I've seen him a couple times in shows and shit.
Yeah,
you know?
he's definitely OD.
Another one that's been consistent and been doing his thing. He just dropped a project recently too. Go tap in with that. Heat.
OD.
Heat. So and that's another one that got bars, and he got some well thought out projects. You know, so that was just like a little short list that I made. I don't want to go too deep into because I know we've seen a lot of artists in those showcase. You know, salute to everybody actually too. Just because I didn't mention you doesn't mean that you didn't do good or, you know.
Word up, yeah. Don't
we don't acknowledge you, but I've seen these artists within the year, and I've seen them been consistent and dropping a lot of shit. And like I said, so those I want to just give them a shout out. So salute to all those artists that I mentioned, and keep grinding. Don't stop now. You know, 2021, you gotta keep dropping more projects, more videos. Stay consistent. You know, stay relevant. And another artist that he's not part of the Grind and Star family, so to say, but I wanted to mention because he's definitely one of the hottest up and coming artists. Is our brother Icy.
It's your boy Icy.
Give him a horn. Shout out to my bad. Shout out to my art bro official art.
No. Should we drop the bomb?
Shout out to official Icy, bro, for being one of my favorite artists of 2020.
Yo, shout out Icy, man. She about to get me in my icy bag. Chill, bro. Don't do that right now.
Yo,
don't do that right now.
Nah, Icy got some shit. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Icy got some shit. So if you guys into like dance hall vibes, Caribbean vibes, you got one of the hottest projects of
the EP
this year.
is fire. He
got a song with our bro Dolo on that shit too called Best Friend. Go tap in on that. Heat.
That's what it was like in my top 10 or 5 on Spotify.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
shout out to Icy, bro.
Icy
go tap in on that.
So Best Friend.
So I think he's on all platforms. He's official Icy. So go tap in on that. And he's in a group too, like a Garifuna group called Ecstasy. They just dropped the project too recently. Go tap in that. And if you like that Caribbean vibe, you know,
he's working.
That's it's like some Afro beat / Latino shit like right there. You know, so, you know, cause they from a different type of island and all that, but shout out to them, man. Like I said, they've been consistent. They definitely one of my favorite up and coming artists. So I know in 2021 they're gonna go crazy. So salute to all the artists that we mentioned. Before we close out, I'm gonna just mention some of the OGs that been consistent this year.
Word.
You know, because like I said, I like to bridge the gap. Talk about the old school, the new school, the relevant, the up and coming. Show everybody love. So some of the artists that I feel that been going crazy this year that are OGs, which people probably still sleep and they don't know that they drop projects. That's why I like to mention them. Is shout out to Public Enemy. They just came out with a project and a few singles and features and remixes.
Wow, I think I know that. That's weird.
Exactly.
I should know that one.
But
yeah.
this is why I like to say this and mention them, because I know a lot of people who don't know.
Right.
I know because I'm consistent with it. I follow it. You know, I do this media stuff. I follow a lot of these artists. I'm subscribed to their channel, so I get notifications as soon as it comes out.
Yeah, I can't remember myself. I didn't know that one though.
Fire, truth.
Wow.
Oof.
Yeah, definitely gonna
They came out with a project with it's Public Enemy, Cypress Hill, and somebody else together. Bro,
Whoa.
fire. I was like mind blown when I saw this project.
Wow.
I'm like, oh shit! They didn't even announce it; just dropped it, and they started dropping videos recently. So shout out to those OGs; they've been consistent from when they came out to now. Shout out to, like I said, Cypress Hill. They was part of the projects too, but they've been dropping a lot of separate projects too.
Right. Yep, I noticed that.
I know I've mentioned Public Enemy, but shout out to Professor Griff. I know he's part of Public Enemy, but you know how that whole discrepancy where he got. He's part of the group, but not part of the group.
yeah, I got that part.
But he dropped the project also this year.
Wow.
Quietly, you know, but it's direct to consumer, straight on his site. So it's like you could probably find it on some platform like Spotify maybe, but I don't know if he dropped the whole project there. So for the most part, you gotta actually go look.
So you did it for the fan. So
for the fans.
For the fans.
Exactly.
I mean, sometimes you gotta do stuff like that.
And it's amazing though. Amazing music. Like you really gotta listen to it. Shout out to Professor Griff. Go tap in on that. I know we spoke about earlier. Goody Mob. Oof. Survival Kit's fire, man.
Yeah.
Go tap into the OGs, man. Goody Mob got some amazing music, man. Shout out to AZ. He dropped a single recently, and I think he's gonna come out with a project. So tap in with that. The Locks, they came out with a project this year too. You know, amazing. I loved it.
You can't go wrong with the Locks, man.
And I think they're gonna come out with a documentary soon and all types of shit. So tap in with the Locks, even though they've been consistent with it recent. You know, from late till now. Too. They've been, they drop projects separately too. Like Kiss and South P, they drop their own shit separately.
No, they always do.
And even Cheap dropped a project recently.
Yeah.
So
they always put
the Locks as a collective been great. And they've been consistent for a long time.
Yeah, but the September album, the Locks,
amazing.
That was a studio album.
Yeah,
that was actually the third album because they've been putting out some of the Locks for not like a studio album. So
yeah,
that was fire. It was fire.
So I wanted to show them love on the OG list. Yeah. Shout out to Busta Rhymes. Like as I mentioned before, he had one of the amazing best projects of this year too. So he's been consistent. He hasn't came out with a project in a while, because he was going through a lot of family stuff and a lot of health stuff. But this year he dropped this project and it's amazing. Shout out to Saigon. We mentioned a couple podcasts ago. He dropped the project recently too. He's dropping a lot of shit more now as of late. He dropped a book too recently. Go get that book. KRS-One, another artist that he did direct to consumer on his site. He dropped a mixtape like 4 or 5 months ago. Or I think we mentioned it on
yeah.
Which is a fire ass mixtape.
Got bars.
He dropped another album last week that people not talking about. Nobody talking about it. Go listen to KRS-One album, man. Amazing.
One of the greatest of all time. That's crazy.
For sure, man. He's definitely one of the best Bronx rappers ever. You know? But a lot of people put him in the top 10 list.
I don't
and some
disagree,
people forget about him. I don't know why.
That he's underrated.
Underrated. So that's why I put him on the hottest OG artist list of 2020. Because he's been consistent. He's dropped a new project recently. So go tap into that. Method Man, he came out with a few singles and remixes and features really. So I put him on the list. He's been consistent. Method Man never disappoints.
Never.
Lemon squeeze, lemon squeeze. Amazing. Those bars on fucking Conway the Machine's fucking album.
One of the best. One of the best.
We gotta replay it just to hear, just to understand what he said.
Oof. Method Man never disappoints, man.
That could go up there as one of the best verses of the year.
A lot of people say that.
The Method Man.
A lot of people say that.
I ain't gonna lie.
Probably one of the best features of the year. So yeah, we gotta give him his flowers. And then last but not least, I want to mention a few like DJs and producers like Salam Remy. He been killing the game for years, and he's been on a lot of compilation albums, and he's dropped a lot of albums that he's put people on. Amy Winehouse and a couple others people that he been. But now as of late, he's been doing a lot of collabo projects with hip hop artists. So go tap into Salam Remy's projects. Go tap into DJ K Slade's albums that he just dropped that we mentioned last on my own podcast also. Fire. DJ K Slade's been consistent since the 90s or before that. I don't know how long he's been out in the game, but I think since the early 90s.
Yeah, early 90s.
As a DJ. So I like to salute the DJ. So K Slade, amazing project. Keep grinding. Keep being you, King. And then the last but not least, Static Selector, man. Oof.
I
never really hear too much acknowledgement for Static Selector, so I always like to mention his name. Because he's definitely an inspiration to me. He's probably one of my favorite producers of this time. You know, him, Alchemist, and a couple others. You know, but I just had to mention the OGs just to close it out because they don't get acknowledgement as they should. Unfortunately. But we salute them up here in the RRT podcast. You feel me? Not just coming from me, from all of us, right?
Hell yeah.
Salute to the OGs. Definitely. Respect your elders, B. You feel me? That's just the moral of the story. Respect the elders. So, it's been a hell of a year, fellas. I know we only got like a week left. New Year's is in a couple days.
Yep.
How do you guys feel overall about this year? I know it's been kind of up and down. Any last statements before we close out?
I feel like this year has been very
talk about it.
Educational.
It's been spooky. I like that word though. Educational.
Educational. I feel like it's been revealing as well to a lot. And illuminating.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? It was because you know.
I like the wording.
Yeah, it's been illuminating to people.
I can match that one.
A lot of people have opened up their eyes this year. I've noticed a lot of people who were biased or didn't believe in certain things are now more open to it, understanding. People who were like, oh, back like a couple years ago that were like, oh, that's fake, or now like, oh shit is about to go down.
Word.
You know, people
all the conspiracy theories that were out years ago now is actually coming to light. Oh, this actually is real.
And then like people who used to, I don't want to say laugh at me particularly, but like kind of question my change in diet when I changed it about 4 years ago, are now open to
plant-based diets and all types of alternatives,
and ask me questions about it now, and I'm like, whoa, I'd have never thought you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, that's how I feel. Like I just feel like it's been illuminating, and you know, the whole everything that's been going on, the whole pandemic or whatever, has opened up a lot of eyes. So I don't know. I guess it's a gift and a curse at the same time.
Facts. How do you feel about this, like the year overall, just to cap it off?
One word, I guess, unpredictable.
Unpredictable. It was very unpredictable because nobody could predict that this would happen last year around this time.
So many things that happen, and we gotta work around it. So we gotta work. We just gotta work with what we got, and hope. I don't know. Just being unpredictable. That's the main word that I got. And
just gotta be more focused, you know.
Yeah, we need more love too.
More love, more
Yeah,
because it's been a wicked year, man. All the election shit, especially with the election and like all this, like left versus right, and you know, politics for everything.
That's just
protests.
Yep.
You know, a lot of spooky shit happened. A lot of people died this year.
Yeah, so many. Like I said,
young, old,
unpredictable. So it's like crazy.
Hip hop, you know, all types of shit. Tragedies, unexpected things that happen. And it's not over yet. You still got a week, Like, this week could feel like a year.
Yep.
You feel me?
I mean, it felt like a year now, especially where we talked earlier with
Yeah,
the
that
stimulus.
escape from March to
We
December.
don't even know what's gonna happen this week. So
Yeah, man. Spooky times, bro.
it's like I say, unpredictable. We don't even know what's gonna happen next week. So
Yeah.
Yep.
what about you, Mix?
That's how we've been living, week to
Yeah.
week.
Yeah, man.
Week to
we
week,
don't know
man.
what's gonna happen next.
You know how people live check to check? we
Word.
live in the week to week.
Week to
This
week,
is
bro.
2020, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, like just like how y'all just both said, like it's been unpredictable. It's been an eye opener. You know,
Eye opener. Yeah, thing.
it's been a real eye opener. Even though for me, you know, people that know me, they know that I've been aware of a lot of the situations that have been going on recent. But you know, now that a lot of stuff are playing parts, people are seeing it for what it is now. You know, so. We just gotta be more focused and stay positive and, like you said, show more love and be more creative because we in a different time. Like they trying to call it a new normal. So we gotta make it our new normal and make it our business to adapt to the new normal and to, you know, expand and to keep building with our family and our, you know, our peoples and you know, a lot of more projects coming up soon. So stay subscribed to the channel. We're gonna expand more. We're gonna start doing more videos, more live streams. We might post it on Spotify and all that stuff, but for now we're gonna continue to be on YouTube. You know, so subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe and comment. Talk your shit. Sometimes I don't really see too much comments on it. Sometimes I see a lot of comments. I mostly see comments when it's the Grind and Star showcases because I understand. But
Yeah.
But for the podcast, if you like what we talk about, or if you don't like what we talk about,
you don't like
talk
it.
your shit.
Yeah.
Give us your real raw
Listen,
thoughts.
If you
in the
disagree,
comments.
Give us a like if you fuck
A
with us.
like. You can give us a thumbs
give
down
us a
too.
thumbs down if
That's
you don't like
cool.
it. That's cool.
That's cool.
If you think the
we ain't
truth,
mad at y'all.
if you think truth be lying, it's all good.
If you don't like truth definitions, it's fine. If you don't like mix, it's fine. You understand?
You don't like me, I really don't care.
It
That's
is what
fine.
it is.
It's like this. Just comment and like.
Peace, love, and light. You know what I'm saying?
You know what
But
I'm
talk
saying?
your
Peace.
shit.
Any last thoughts, guys?
That's about it. Hit us up if you need be. Like I said, subscribe to the channel. Hit us up through email if you want us to review a song. If you want us to
Word.
review anything. Or
Yeah. If we cannot request to review song, we do an episode about that too. So
Oh, just before we close out, I've been seeing a few emails that people wanted to do interviews with us.
Okay, yeah.
So
yeah.
I haven't really discussed it with the fellas, but I know we're gonna be doing more interviews soon. So just we'll reach out to the people that have been reaching out to us when it's more convenient. And I know we're gonna have Dolo probably on the next episode. I don't know if it's gonna be right in the next episode, but he said he's down to actually sit down with us. He be behind the scenes most of the time, but he needs to share his voice too, just how we did the Bro
man.
God and the Year Jordan interview.
And
He
we're gonna
needs his
have
own
more
interview.
interviews, too,
And
in
there's gonna
the
be more
future.
interviews, like I
Yeah.
said. So
just give us
all
an
the
email.
artists tap
Yeah.
in with us, DM us.
DM us.
Hit us through email. All the links are in the description, so just make sure you click on the link of the description, because I always put the tabs and all the timestamps and all the extra stuff. So just shout out to everybody that been tapping in with us, all the subscribers, all the people that comment and share our stuff. And yeah, this is the RT podcast, man.
If you know any
Podcast.
artists that you want us to interview or review albums, let us know.
Any suggestions, write them in the
Any suggestions,
comments.
let
DM
us know.
us.
Word.
Like I said, don't be afraid to hit us up.
We
Even if
answer
we had a
back.
showcase,
Word, man.
hit us up. We're not gonna bite.
podcast is what we about. Speak your truth. You heard? Stand
your
by
truth.
it. You know what I'm saying? Read
Facts.
books. Drink water. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Understand what you're eating.
Understand,
Understand it.
overstand.
You know what I'm saying? Read them ingredients if you have to.
Okay,
You
okay.
have to.
Peace, love, and light, y'all.
Peace, love, and light to the family.
Peace, God, man.
See y'all in the next venture.
Peace.
Peace.